goodness. Turn that down a little bit. That should be a little more bearable. Don't be minding me. Welcome, welcome. We got ourselves quite the matchup. We got the Buffalo Bills playing my Baltimore Ravens. And I am so excited to actually stream a Ravens game. So excited. Just make sure. Just checking audio. Don't be minding me. So, got everything pulled up. Had quite the interesting slate of games today. I forgot to turn this down. So, yeah. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Make a quick post. Oops. You know what? I'll do that in a second. Hold on. Recapping some of the games, showing some of the interesting stuff that happened. As we get started here in a few minutes. Yeah, how many? So Falcons had one. So 2, 3. 4, 5. Oh dear. It has been a day. A lot's happened today. We've had quite the crazy slate of games today. Just gonna create a post. Oh, no. Wait, discard. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Switch accounts real quick. Social media. You know how it is. You know how it is. you still hear that? Damn. Oh. All right. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Nah, we'll stick with it. We'll stick with it as is. Stick with it as is. Get this back up here so we can see what is going on. Apologies. I've been just setting up stream, making some posts so people know what's happening, what is good. Welcome. We're a few minutes away from kickoff. Super excited. We're so ready for it. We're here for it. Oh, not nervous whatsoever. Is that a Will Levis commercial? Oh my goodness, it is a Will Levis commercial. Mayo Man. Been a crazy day of games. Where do you start, though? That's the question. Start with the Chiefs. Do that. That was a game that has some news behind it. Special teams today. Crazy. Some games that were almost blowouts, or looked like blowouts, and then didn't end up being blowouts. Some teams look legit. I don't know how obviously you'll get my opinion throughout the night and in week 4's recap as well, but also curious to see what you guys think about any of the games. If anyone has caught any of the games today. So we're doing the Sunday night football shindig. Carrie Underwood doing her thing. Singing her song. Ooh. All right. Yada. I should probably turn this off. But also news. God. If Rashee Rice ends up with a torn ACL and the Chiefs still win the Super Bowl, they're going to be unbearable. It is going to be horrible. Because it's going to be like, look at all these excuses, still got it done. It's going to be like, yeah. Shish. Oh, they're going to be so bad. As we got Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth counting down till kickoff, starting soon. 5 minutes until kickoff, I believe, is what that timer sits at. Yeah, where do you start with the games from today, though? Maybe, just the games. I'm gonna stay. All right, let's while they're ramping up, let's take a look at some of these games from today. Oh boy. Again, Chiefs still undefeated. Chargers blew a 10-0 lead. Couldn't do anything on offense in the second. Well, I mean, they did give away like 6 points, but last drive really didn't provide any promise. Ooh, Ravens are wearing their All Blacks. I'm so happy. Could talk Packers, Vikings. That one, at least, is room for debate on how that one went. I feel like definitely an interesting one. Saints, Falcons, Bears, Rams. That was not, I wouldn't say super pretty. Steelers, Colts, Broncos, Jets, Eagles, Buccaneers. Bengals getting their first win of the season. Much needed. Very needed game. Very needed win. Jaguars. They bent and they broke. So, yeah, I won't be super upset if we lose to the Bills because it's just hard to root against the Bills, but also no, please. I'd like a win, please. I'll take one win. The Commanders Cardinals game, I was horribly wrong on that one. 49ers Patriots, Raiders Browns. Browns also choked a 10-point lead. Lots of games. I'm sure we'll get through most of them as the night goes on, but we got any initial reactions being, I don't know, 49ers. 49ers, they looked fine. Again, special teams today has been a big factor in a lot of these games. So, yeah. You had the Saints Falcons that came down to a field goal, but was only came down to a field goal because of a bad pass interference. And I don't mean a bad call. I mean, it was a bad penalty. Very costly. Largely cost them their game. A lot of muffed punts. We had one fumbled kickoff That one didn't really matter. That was between 49ers and Patriots. And that one really didn't affect the game too much. Ooh, Ray Lewis. Nice. Boy, oh boy. Vikings letting the Packers come back just to, like, pull out a win. I don't know. It was kind of weird watching, like, a 28-point comeback just to come down to a 2-point loss. Very unfortunate for the Packers. Reminded me a lot of, for any college football people, Alabama, Georgia, back-to-back days of, like, major comebacks that came up short because of an offensive, or their defense allowing points late, kind of ruined their run. You know, it is what it is. But Steelers, Colts, that one was interesting. Steelers were sloppy, and I think that's kind of what cost them their game. Saints were also sloppy, so that cost them. Those two both were really sloppy. Like, Saints, I think Saints should have won. Just mistakes. Unfortunate circumstances. Showing off the Ray Lewis statue. Yeah, 7:21. So kickoff should be ensuing here soon. I forget if it's technically 7:20 or 7:25. I don't know. I'm looking on that. And I can put up over here and look. It's technically 7:20. Technically, we're late. I kid. Yeah, lots of talking points. You look at previewing this game. Obviously, the Bills look like the best team in the NFL right now. Maybe you could argue, like, the Vikings. Maybe. Eagles did not look good today, so I don't think you can really put them up there. I don't know. There's really few 3-0 teams left, or undefeated teams. Bills are one of them. Chiefs are one of them. Is that... You tried to buy the Bills. For how much? Also, stay away, Donald. Don't buy them. No. All right. It looks like the Ravens are kicking off, so guessing they deferred. So we'll get it in the second half. You got Brandon Codrington and Ty Johnson back on return as we are underway. And this kick is going to go through the end zone for a touchback. So, Bills start with the ball. We'll see. This is really going to set the pace for this game. They've been fantastic for almost all of every game. Again, the only point where they weren't looking great was the first half of that Cardinals game week 1. But second half they came back and they've looked good ever since. So Allen in shotgun dumps it off to Kincaid. And he's going to get about 5 as they go back in the huddle. Let's see. 75% completion percentage. Pass yards of 634 yards, 9 touchdowns. All right, Allen in shotgun dumps it off quick to Shakir, and he loses a yard. That's Hamilton on the tackle. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Oh boy. Oh boy. God, I love Kyle Hamilton. He was a high safety too. Just, the things he can do in the backfield. They didn't take away a yard. So 3rd and 5 from about the 35. Allen in shotgun back to his right. He drops back, looks left, steps up, starts to scramble, and he's going to get, where are they going to mark him? They're marking him right at the stick. They're giving him the 1st down. And that's what you got to worry about. That's the like the parting of the Red Sea. Just had they marked him well further forward than they should have, I think. He should have been like half a yard to a yard short. And we'll see if they're going to change it. They marked him short, and the offense stays out. It's 4th and inches. So we already have a 4th down conversion attempt on the first drive. And it looks like it's going to be a tish push. Allen under center, 4th and inches. And everyone's just bunched at the line. It's going to be the trenches. Yeah, he got that by like 2 yards. He got that easily. So 1st down. 1st down, Josh Allen. You lovely son of a gun. Yeah, he had so much space to work with. I don't like this. Don't like it. I love the uniforms. Classic all blacks for the Ravens. All right. 1st and 10 from their own 42. Allen under center with Cook in the backfield. He's going to hand it off left to Cook. He's going to cut back up the middle. He's going to have some space, and he's going to be up to about the 49, maybe 50-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Yeesh. They're already moving. Don't like it. Don't like it. As they go through the Ravens defensive lineup, starting lineup. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Josh Allen, 2nd and 2 from the 49. Josh Allen under center. Hands off to the back, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And that looked like, was that Wiggins on the tackle? Or is that Jones? I was giving it to Jones. Wiggins was there. Some team tackling. Just exactly what we need. Allen still sporting the glove that he's been sporting the past couple weeks. Honestly, he probably should. 3rd and 2, empty and shotgun. He looks right, looks left. Dumps over the middle and dropped. I believe that was, Dalton Kincaid. And that'll bring up 4th down again. Can we get a stop, please? Please. Oh, jeez. Oh, they're punting? They're punting. They're punting. Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, we got Deontay Hardy back to return. All right. Punting on 4th and 2. Punt is away. And where's this going to land? At about the 13-yard line. Not too bad. With 11:02 as we get probably a commercial break. Typical. Good first drive. Wasn't too eventful. wasn't too eventful. Man, the games today. What do y'all think? Anyone watch any games today? Any opinions? I got plenty. I just want to pick a game. I'll share my insight. Any game you want. You want insight on the Bengals game? I don't think you want insight on the Bengals game. Yeah. Interesting game today in general. And tomorrow we got, depending on your definition of interesting, got the Dolphins and the Titans. That'll be painful. Titans might actually look good for once, maybe. Who knows? Or maybe Dolphins defense will win them a game. I am curious to see. I want to see if there's any news as to who's starting at quarterback for the Dolphins tomorrow. Any news? Any news at all? They are going with Huntley tomorrow. Good. Thank you. Because I don't want to watch Skylar Thompson or Tim Boyle. Neither are good options. I don't want either of them. So that'll be fun. I think I picked Will Levis and the Titans to pull out a win in that game, literally just because I have no faith in the Dolphins offense without Tua. And Tua's in his second week of IR, so this is going into his second week. All right, what do we got? 1st and 10 from the Ravens' own 13. Lamar Jackson snaps, hands off to Derrick Henry, and he has a hole, and he is going. Oh my God, run, you beautiful son of a gun. One play, 87-3, touchdown. Derrick Henry, you beautiful son of a gun. 87 yards. Right up the middle. Let's go. Beautiful. I love it. All of it. That is what we were looking for from Derrick Henry. That is what we've been looking for years. Thank you. Yes. Touchdown Ravens, up 6. Now I gotta wait for the extra point. But that, yeesh. I feel much better about this game now. All right. Justin Tucker. Extra point is good. Ooh. It wavered a little bit to the left off the bat, but oops. Hold on. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Just hand off right and let him run. Give him a few lead blocks. And just a couple missed angles from the Bills, and he's just gone. Beautiful. I love it. Yes. You ain't catching this boy. He got his little tummy out on that run. Yeah, I picked the Ravens to win this game, and I feel good about it right now. He has a touchdown in each of his first 4 games. And he's the second in Ravens history to do that. And, he's actually 87 yards off the rip. Yes. All right. Obviously need to play the rest of the game, but I like the start. Rely on that run game like we should be. All right, kickoff is away, and they're just going to kneel it for a touchback. Woo! Woo! Yeah. One play, 87 yards. That's... feels good. All right, Josh Allen comes back out on their second drive. Let's see if they can get any more done than they did last time, starting at their own 30 again, 1st and 10. Man in motion, Allen in shotgun, hands off to Cook, and he gets up to he gets about 8, so that'd be up to about the 38. That's James Cook. And looks like they're taking Cook off the field. Ooh. So maybe yards. He's got 43 rushes for 204 yards on the year. 3 touchdowns. He's been very helpful in fantasy. Very thankful for him. All right, Allen alone, not under center, alone in the backfield in shotgun. They're 5 wide. Ravens in like a nickel-looking thing, and they're dumping it off short to Kincaid, and he's going to get up to the 45. A gain of 7. First down, Bills. Oh, dear Lord. Feels good to get an early touchdown. Although, unfortunately, early touchdowns has not been our issue. All right, 1st and 10 from the 45. Allen in shotgun, Cooks to his left. And he dumps off to Cook at the 50, and he gets up to the Baltimore 45. They might mark him a few inches shy of the first down, or they might give it to him. I'm not sure. Not entirely sure. He was wide open too. 2nd and inches, they're going to QB sneak it again. He's going to get 2-3 yards again. Bills are not the Eagles. What are we doing? What are we doing letting them sneak like that? Speaking of Eagles, whew. Best play all day. Blocked extra point for 2. Am I right? I think I'm right. All right. And we have a timeout. Injury timeout, maybe, mayhaps. For Connor McGovern. Speaking is hard. Yeesh. Yep. Looks like they're bringing in Anderson in his place at center. So 1st and 10 with 8:40 left in the first. Allen in the pistol. Cook's behind him. Or Cook. And he gets smacked after a few yards. That was from Roquan Smith. Another lovely man. Well, he got up to and it looks like he got up to the 39. So they'll bring up 2nd down. He just gets popped after a solid run. It's been really nice addition for us. All right, Allen under center, 2nd and 6. Fakes the handoff, rolls out right, pressure, and he just lobs it up and out of bounds. He gets a little shove at the end. Getting a little shove from pressure from Van Noy, who's been, Ravens have done it for the past few years, not having an elite edge rusher, I think since, Matthew Judon, I feel like. But just taking in veterans who kind of have lost their edge, bring them in and just give them a good year or two of play. So 3rd and 6, 7:53 left in the first. Play clock running down. Allen in shotgun. Snaps, looks right. Finds. Ooh, who did you find? Kincaid again for 6, maybe 7, and a first down. Can we guard Kincaid, please? Please. I beg of you. Yep, wide open. That was Hamilton on the coverage. It was just man-to-man and just got stuck with Wiggins in the middle. A little switch route. All right, 1st and 10. Allen in shotgun with back to his right. Drops back. Scrambles right with some pressure. Flag on the play. And maybe was it dead ball penalty as they kind of just came to a stop and ran out of bounds. Okay. Holding on the offense. So holding on Bills. On Brown. That was really weird. Everyone kind of just stopped playing. Oh. Okay. I don't know. I don't really agree with. Maybe I missed it. I don't really agree with that, but we'll take it. 1st and 20 now. Allen in shotgun with the back to his left from from Baltimore's 43. They got 11 personnel. Drops back, fires quickly to the right. And that looks like. Who does that look like? Hollins? Mac Hollins, to be exact. So they get 6. They pick up 6. I'll bring up 2nd and 14. And we see Allen under center, not under center, in shotgun again. Making some adjustments at the line, coming back. Cook to his right. Man in motion, takes a snap, looks left, fires quickly to Shakir. Shakir makes a couple moves and is up to the 30. I'll bring up 3rd down as we have eclipsed 6 minutes left in the first. Yep. That's what you get with Shakir. They were running zone, so I guess didn't really have anyone on him. Kind of just a little bit of short pass. Give him a little short pass, and he kind of just sat in the good zone. And Shakir's still down, so I guess we'll have an injury timeout. Before the 3rd and 7, as they're calling it. Hopefully Shakir's all right. Looked like he was grabbing at his ankle, maybe. Fortunately, I haven't noticed too many injuries today. I know there's a severe case with Rashee Rice from the Chiefs-Chargers game. They're worried about a torn ACL. We're hoping that's not the case. But with Pacheco out, now Rice looking to maybe miss extended period of time. They're getting a little slim, but Worthy had a decent game, so maybe they'll be all right. Maybe. Who knows? Who the hell knows? It's the Chiefs. They're going to make the playoffs. They'll be fine. They're 4-0 now anyways. 17-10 win over the Chargers. They'll be fine. You gotta win you only really probably need to win 6 more games. You'll probably win 7 or 8. The question is, are you going to get a first seed? And gee, I hope not, because they're going to be really annoying if they're that good, even without Rashee Rice and Pacheco most of the year. Oh my God. George Kittle is a dog. Terrifying. Yeah, Chargers. blew a 10-point lead. Couldn't get anything going after their first 10 points coming off of the first 2 drives, and then couldn't get anything else. Harbaugh has to deal with what the Chiefs are now, not what they were when he last was in the league. So he's got to learn. Chiefs started real rough. Chargers left 6 points on the board in the second half. Possibly more if they could have converted on 4th down. But they also could have kicked a field goal. As we're back, what do we got now? 3rd and 7 from the Baltimore 30. As we got more stoppage. McGovern's back in, so that's good. Was nothing serious. Nothing serious at all. All right. Now McGovern's coming off again. What? Why? I guess he was not cleared to come back on the field. I guess he was not cleared to come back on the field yet. So McGovern comes back off. Ooh, and we see Anderson come back in for this 3rd and 7, if we can ever get to it. So he went into the medical tent, apparently, and reviewed for a head injury. They gave him his helmet back, which is usually when it's a head injury, when they take the helmet away is when they say, you can't go back in the game. So apparently he was cleared, but not cleared enough. I don't know. Allen in shotgun, empty backfield. He's scrambling. There's another flag, and with some pressure, fires it deep downfield, and it's broken up. Intended for Keon Coleman. Wiggins on the coverage. We await what the laundry be. Holding on the offense. They going to accept that, though? That's the question. Try and back him up, get him out of field goal range, but allow him another chance. But it's Josh Allen. Holding offense. And they accept it. It's on Edwards. So they'll replay 3rd down as they back up. They are shuffling their way back. 3rd and 17 now. So we got Allen in shotgun. 5:19 left in the first. 3rd and 17. Alone in shotgun. 5 wide. Oh, dear. Ravens are playing way off. Looked like it could have been a false start. They just draw. The QB draw. They get about 9 of those yards back. So, looks like they're just trying to get back into field goal range, get some points on the board. Or easier field goal range. As we saw Shakir getting his ankle wrapped. I'm not sure if that was a designer. Allen just decided he wanted to take the ball that time. As Tyler Bass comes out for the field goal, should be a 50-yard field goal. Right hash. And kick is up, and that looks good. And it is. So Buffalo gets on the board. Defense holds for Baltimore. So does Buffalo's O-line. Got him. Yeah, they had 2 holding penalties on that drive, and neither of them really helped them that much. So, Yeah, 2 penalties. I think only 2 penalties so far. Fact check that. 2 on that drive for the Bills. Where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? Let's pull up the stats. It's got a commercial break. Let's see. Yep, 2. So 2 holding calls. Those are the only penalties so far in this game. Both against the Bills. Both offensive holdings. Both really didn't help them. I mean, obviously it's a holding. It doesn't help them, but the holding itself was not very beneficial. I'm a little off-centered, aren't I? All right, commercial break. I'll fix that real quick. Apologies. It was... a little off-centered. We'll see if that's better. See if this fixes it. We better? That looks better, maybe. It's part of the way I'm sitting. Woo. I think that's better, though. All right, coming back from commercial break. And those of you who are familiar, obviously, with the channel, you're probably realizing and wondering why it is just me. Unfortunately, Josiah has other responsibilities, so he's not here right now. We might get him later. We'll see as the kickoff goes for a touchback. So Ravens will take over at the 30. They're on 30. But yes, we are missing Josiah. He's missed, but he has other responsibilities. That being band stuff, music stuff. Mr. Music Man. As the total plays 17-1. Ravens take over 1st and 10 from their own 30. Lamar under center with Henry in the backfield, and they're going to fake a handoff to him, throw it left to Zay Flowers. He's going to break some tackles and get about 10 yards. And I think a 1st down up to the 40. Being a little sneaky. I mean, sneaky little snakes. It kind of worked. Faking the run after what happened last time. Then you just give Zay Flowers room to... I mean, it was really just like a little screen. He just made his way up for 10 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 40, fakes the handoff to Henry, and Lamar's going to scramble ahead for 7, maybe 8 yards. 7. Up to the Baltimore 47, and I'll bring up 2nd and 3 as we are winding down towards the end of the first quarter. As they're showing off some of the Bills starting lineup. Bills got a good team this year. Or they've been playing well, at least. Whatever you want to say. All right, 2nd and 4. Lamar not under center. Hands off to Derrick Henry. He's going to break a few tackles, get about 5 and a 1st down across midfield. That's what we want to see out of Derrick. King Henry. And as we're under 3 minutes now. Under 3 minutes. All right. In Well, actually, they mark him at midfield. So right at the 50, Lamar in shotgun. We see Justice Hill for the first time in the backfield. Got some motion, some more motion. Puts Zay Flowers, fakes it to him, and dumps it off to Justice Hill, and he's going to get about 10 as Baltimore is moving the ball very cleanly so far in this first quarter. Obviously, as anyone knows, as the Ravens have been this year, as can they do it consistently all game? Because, that's been the issue. Yeah, just a quick fake and then drop off to Hill, and he just... Oh, actually, they're going to give him second and inches, but they're going to hand off to Derrick Henry, and, he was so close to breaking another one. He gets about 4 or 5, though. Well, 4. We'll say 4. We'll go with 4. But they do get the first down. All right, let's see. Lamar through 3 weeks, 66% completion percentage, 702 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 254 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Most through 3 games by a QB in NFL history. That's my Lamar. All right, what did we have? There's a flag on the defense. Unnecessary roughness on Dwayne Smoot. As he... What does he do? He knees Patrick Ricard in the face for some reason. I don't know what that was about, but you know what? I'll take those yards. And that counts up laundry up to 3 on the day, all against the Bills. 35 yards. Lamar in shotgun fakes the handoff and rushes forward for 3 yards into the red zone as we're under a minute and a half left in the first. Ravens moving the ball pretty cleanly. Was it a fake sweep to Zay Flowers? And Lamar just doing his thing, making a little bit of space where there isn't any. Bills kind of covered it up pretty well. Lamar just found a way to get yards. All right, Lamar in shotgun, doing something with his cleats. Under a minute, Hill in motion left. They're going to flip it out to him. And he's got room to run as he's inside the 10 down to the 4? I don't know how he got it. 5, maybe? I thought he was down way further back. But that'll be a first down and goal for the Ravens. Yeah, we had Mark Andrews throw a block. I don't know. Hello? Yeah, Mark Andrews on the lead block. Just blocked his man into the ground. So, love to see that. First and goal from the 4. Lamar under center. Puts Zay in motion. Hands off to Henry. And Henry's going to get stopped. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Probably losing 1. And that'll wrap up the first quarter. And when we get back from the commercial break, we will have the Ravens second and goal from the 5-ish. When we get back. Ooh, there it is. Second quarter. It's been a long day of football. Am I mad? No. But it has been a long day of football. Oh, feeling good. Let me make sure this is centered. Hold on. Quality is very important. Let's not. Go figure. Move it back over. Moving stuff. Yeah. Quality. We're professionals here. Definitely. Absolutely. All right, how are we doing today as we're awaiting the second quarter to start? How do we feel? Any upset fans today? Any Jags fans in the chat? Any Chargers fans? Probably some Chiefs fans. You know what you did. Feeling good about this game. Feeling good. Would I be upset? Would it not be as exciting of a game if it's a blowout? Not saying that it's going to be a blowout. I'm not that confident. But if it were to be a blowout, wouldn't be as interesting, obviously. But as a Ravens fan, I'd take it. Always want a good game, but if it's not going to be a good game, at least be a good game in my favor. You know how it is. All right. As we're coming back. What do we got? We got Ricard, Wallace, Derrick Henry, Lamar coming out under center. We got a nice tight package. Scrambles out right. Dumps off to Derrick Henry, and that is a touchdown. Baby. 2 touchdowns for Derrick Henry. Who has him in fantasy? Let's see what he's got in fantasy. I don't have him, but luckily I'm not playing him in fantasy. Yeah, just a nice bunch look. Put a little motion, get the Bills out of the way, and then scramble out right and dump it off to Derrick Henry in the flat and let him walk it in. You never expect Derrick Henry to be a receiving threat. It happens sometimes. An extra point is up and good. So we have to change the score. Gladly. Hold on. Moving it over. There we go. Whew. Josh Rosen. Why are we talking Josh Rosen? Tied for third longest tenure with current team among quarterbacks is both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Obviously being drafted in the same class and both still being on the team they were drafted from. The Bills and the Ravens. Third longest tenure, though. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Because obviously we've seen stuff change. While they're doing kickoff, let's find Derrick Henry, see how many points he's got so far. He already has 23 points. And fortunately for just about everyone except one person, is that Derrick Henry, the person who has Derrick Henry in my league, has a bye week. So they're 23. They also had Nico Collins who had 33, so they're popping off for no reason. Feels bad. As that is another touchback. No returns today. No returns. No returns for you. None at all. All right. Josh Allen. Taking over. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Got Cook to his left. Motions a receiver. And dumps it off. And he's going to get 7-8 yards. Who was that? Curtis Samuel. A nice addition. I liked that addition in the offseason. And I think he's done pretty well. I think he's a little underrated. A little bit. I don't think he's a fantastic receiver, but I think he's a pretty good option. And with losing some guys, I think it's good for them. 2nd and 3. Allen takes the snap, hands off to Cook, and he gets 2 before getting stuffed. We got a score bug issue, apparently, with NBC. Their clock is not right. I don't know. As we'll bring up 3rd down again, and the Ravens defense has looked pretty stout so far. Connor McGovern is back in. He's officially cleared. Allen in shotgun with Cook to his left. 3rd and 1 from the 39. Motions him right. And, fakes the handoff to Cook. Takes a quick step right and fires it real quick to, was that Kincaid? Or is it Knox? Wasn't exactly sure. Didn't see exactly who it was, but he gets stopped right about the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down. Ravens defense is holding. It helped that a defender wrapped up Allen before he could really run around at all. And the Bills are looking to punt. It is not a fake, which we love to see, personally. And that's not really taking a Bills bounce, as it is down around the 18-yard line. And the Ravens will take over up 14-3, as they've kind of been dominant so far. Unfortunately, after the last 2 weeks, that allows me to not be, or that doesn't allow me to be comfortable. Not comfortable, because regardless of the reason, we've blown 2 leads. I mean, if we get out to like a 30-point lead, I'll feel a little more comfortable, but can't feel 100% comfortable. Not this year. Not with my Ravens. Not with my Ravens. What we got? Sleep number. Oh, Matthew Stafford. Lovely. Poor Matthew Stafford. Did not have a great day today. Not a great day. Pull up. I saw he had an interception. It was one of the games that was more difficult to catch today. I can only really watch about 6 at a time. Let's pull a box score from this one, though. We got Painting Manning currently on. Yeah. 20 for 29. No touchdowns and interception. Kyron Williams did good. So, yeah. Tyler Johnson, 0 for 0. One of my friends asked if you should start Tyler Johnson or Deebo Samuel, and I said, not Tyler Johnson. So, I feel good about that. Yeah, Chicago just actually getting the run game to work, which was crucial for them, because having Caleb throw 50 times is just not going to be... I know it's how you want your offense to work. It's not going to be how your offense works. Swift was big in the run game and the pass game, having a total of 165 yards. Good game for him. All right, Ravens back in on offense. What do we got? 1st and 10 from their own 19. We got I formation. We got Ricard in the backfield and Henry back there as well. Fakes it to Henry, firing to Isaiah Likely, and that is completed up to the 45. Likely story. Likely story indeed. As we're rolling down the field. He's rolling. Zay Flowers clear out Benford a little bit. Looks like they were... I'm not really sure what kind of coverage they were in, but he kind of slipped in behind him. Lamar under center. 1st and 10 from their own 45. Derrick Henry, the lone back. And they're going to fake it to him. Lamar Jackson looking comfortable in the pocket and dropped by Andrews. Oh, Andrews is having himself a rough start to the year, which I hate to see because I like Mark Andrews. I mean, I like the Ravens, obviously, but he's been so reliable past few years, and he's just having a rough start. He's having a rough start. So I'll bring up 2nd and 10. He's got 6 receptions for 65 yards all year. And we got Laundry on 2nd and 10. And that looks like a false start. First penalty on the Ravens. That's Ronnie Stanley. Apologies. 31 penalties through week 3, which is by far the most. Yeesh. Can't have that. 2nd and 15 from our own 40. All right, Lamar. O-line has looked better today. Lamar's looked pretty comfortable. In shotgun. Henry to his right. Fakes it to Henry. Drops it back off to Henry at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get about 4 in catch and run. That's what you can call it. I'll bring up 3rd down. Long. 11. Derrick Henry is so strange. He's such a big man that when he runs, he doesn't seem like he's going that fast. But he is fast. He makes everything seem like it slows down. All right, 3rd and 11. Lamar in shotgun. Justice Hill in to his left. Takes the snap, drops back, fires. Ooh, and that is... Who we got? Aguilar coming back and snatching that. I thought that was about to be an interception, but Aguilar coming out of nowhere. That brings up 1st down. Beautiful comeback route. Yep. Just beat the defender to the ball. Held on. Found good spot in the coverage. 1st down and 10 from the Bills 44. Lamar in shotgun. Hill again looks like he's to the left, and they're going to hand it off to him after a fake throw, and he's going to get 11. And the Ravens continue to march down the field. Can they make it 21-3? It was a simple fake quick pass and just running back, halfback draw. Blocks the O-line's looking a lot better this week. Lamar in shotgun motions Zay Flowers in, and then he goes out, and they're going to just hand it off to Derrick Henry. Henry's got some room, and he's going to get 6 yards. 5. We're giving him 5. As we have a Bill who's down. Is that Rasul Douglas? Maybe. I didn't get a good look at him. Nope, that looks like it's actually Taylor Rapp. I could only see the 9. Taylor Rapp's down. It'll be 2nd and 4. Once we come back, but they're going to go to a quick commercial break for the injured player. It's never fun running into Derrick Henry. He is a big man, strong man, not fun to hit him. So, Ravens moving the ball well. Maybe we've gotten our offense figured out. Maybe. This is our second week where the offense, at least, I won't say that. Also, the first half has looked good for us. We've looked good through the first half so far. Derrick Henry's moving well, even beyond the 87-yard touchdown run. He's been catching, making moves. He's been getting yards. Run game's looked good. Lamar's looked good. O-line's been making him comfortable. I don't know. It's kind of what looks kind of similar to how it looked last week. I'm hoping second half will be better, because we know the Cowboys made that one close last week, and hopefully if we do manage to pull away, we keep it that way, because we don't want a Bills comeback. I'll say I don't want a Bills comeback, because it seems like, at least to the people who have mentioned anything in the chat, I am of the unpopular opinion, rooting for the Ravens here. Big surprise. Big surprise. Ooh. We have 9:48 left in the second quarter. It looks like they're not showing Taylor Rapp. I'm not sure if he is okay, if he's up and back in, or if he went to the tent. But Ravens huddling up, getting ready for the next play. We'll see what happens. Talladega. No word from Josiah. We'll have to see. Rapp is off right now with his helmet off. 2nd and 4, shotgun, hands off to Derrick Henry, bounces off a defender, trying to find room, and just doesn't. Loses a yard, but there is more laundry. And it looks like it's going to be on the Ravens. Great. Love that. Love that. Holding Ravens. That's Patrick McCarry. And we are moving backwards with 9.5 minutes to go in the second. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How does he, he just grabs on a little too much. It's not an egregious hold. It's not egregious, but it is there. 2nd and 14 from the Buffalo 37. Lamar in shotgun with Henry to his right. Fakes it to him, maneuvering the pocket, floats it. He floats it to Aguilar, and he almost comes down with that. That was a little too tall for Aguilar, but he was able to get a hand on it. Great athletic play and attempt, going up, getting it, almost bringing it in. Oh, that would have been a great catch. Just wasn't able to get a second hand on it. He missed Zay Flowers in the end zone, unfortunately. 3rd and 14. Buffalo 37 from shotgun, drops back, firing it quick to Justice Hill. He's got some blocks. He's going to find some room, and he might have gotten that. It looks like he got about 15, which would be enough, and they're going to give him a first down. Just a little screen. Lead blocks doing their job, and he's looked real good this year, which I was not expecting. I was expecting more of a Keaton Mitchell and Derrick Henry combo, but Hill looked good. He got the extension last week, and he's making it worth it. 2 backs in the backfield, with Henry being the tail, and they're going to pitch it out to him, and he's going to rumble ahead for about 3 yards. I'll bring up 2nd down in 7 as we approach 8 minutes left in the second. Come on, guys. Come on. Shimon. Talking Dorian Williams on the tackle. It is clear the Bills do have a few injuries. Ravens are relatively healthy. Lamar in shotgun with Hill to his right. 2nd and 7 from the Bills 19. Zay Flowers in motion to the left. Drops back. Fires, lobbing it up to wide open Justice Hill in the end zone. And that is another touchdown to a Ravens running back. 2 receptions. 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown, all to running backs. 2 of them being Derrick Henry on the short catch and the 87-yard rush touchdown. And now a wheel route with a little shimmy in the middle as he fakes out the linebacker and finds himself wide open in the end zone. Tucker's kick is up and good, as he usually does. And we're up to 21-3 in the second quarter. Ravens looking great so far. I'm cautious. I'm being cautious. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Yeah, no new news on Rashee Rice and his injury, as that is something that will be awaited. He's getting additional testing. But as it stands right now, it is feared to be a torn ACL. It was an unfortunate play early in the game, and luckily Chiefs were able to battle back, and luckily for the Chiefs, they were able to battle back and pull out a victory against the Justin Herbert-led Chargers. Surprisingly, wasn't sure if he was going to play. He ended up playing. It's one of the dualities of me picking the Chiefs, despite me not wanting them to win, is if they win, I get my pick right. I get my pick right. If they lose, screw the Chiefs. Those afternoon games were actually not that close. I feel like the Raiders won. The score was a lot closer. Like, I feel like the Raiders took over in the second half. Even though they only won by 4, I feel like it really was, like, the Browns still had a chance, but as the Browns have done pretty much all season, they only really play like about a half of offense. They managed to score a touchdown and then miss an extra point. So kind of choked that one away after they went up 10-0. Browns are just not good this year, apparently. Mostly because, again, they can't play a full 4 quarters of offense. Their defense is solid, but, you got to actually play 4 quarters of offense. Chargers and Browns shared that message this week. As Tucker kicks it away, we're going to have our first return of the night. And no, it's another touchback. Another touchback. Ravens looking good. Utilizing those running backs like we should be. Zay Flowers has 2 touches, I think. Ooh, 2 touches on the day. I believe so. Derrick Henry already over 100 yards on the ground. Not even total. Yeah, Zay Flowers 2 touches. As well, I missed it. Looks like Josh Allen firing to Mac Hollins and misfiring and almost picked off by Wiggins. Straight to Wiggins. Almost looked like a pass to Wiggins. Second down and 10 from their own 30. Now is the Bills with Allen in shotgun. Cook to his right, drops off left to Shakir as he's back in, and he gets 2, which will bring up third down and 8. Third down and 8. Ravens defense has looked much better. Again, first half defense, which, take with a grain of salt because their struggle has been second half, just as a whole. Allen in shotgun, drops back and steps up, and he's going to get sacked. That's Van Noy with some help from Jones. I believe Jones was the other one who got there. And that brings up fourth down as the Bills are going to look scrambling to try and find a way back in this game. They had two guys kind of back to help block in the backfield, and Knox and I didn't see who the running back was. It didn't matter, though. Got the sack. Brings up 4th and 15 from their own 25, and Sam Martin will punt it away. And return up to about the 30. It'll be the 29. It's Deontay Hardy. And the Ravens will take over with just under 6 minutes. Really weird things happening with the game clock. As we'll be right back, apparently. Even though. Quick 3 and out. Defense looking stout. Offense really moving their way down the field. It's just, again, it's going to be a question. Can they hold on, continue to do this in the second half? Because that's the thing we haven't seen. If we can hold on and beat the team that's looked like the best team in the NFL through the first 3 weeks in week 4, I think that puts us in a good spot. Ravens still got plenty to prove. Got our first win last week, but you still got the Steelers up at 3-1 now, suffering a loss to the Colts. Jonathan Taylor had a much better game than I was expecting after J.K. Dobbins didn't have a great week last week. I was expecting Taylor to also kind of struggle, which, again, he didn't have necessarily the game that he had the past few weeks, but still had, I believe it was 88 yards. But that game, Colts, didn't necessarily have to do a whole lot except allow the Steelers made mistakes, 2 fumbles, and just Colts capitalizing on offense. Obviously, Richardson, I won't say obviously if you haven't seen it, Richardson went down with looked like a hip injury. Flacco came in and he did pretty good. He was, as we've seen him do in his backup role. He does all right. He's not too bad. Might even get a starting job. Not like long term, but I think he's someone who you could see get traded before the trade deadline. Especially if you're looking at the Dolphins and Tua ends up not playing the rest of the year. for some reason, like if something happens there, Tyler Huntley doesn't pay out, Joe Flacco, he's going to be a decent trade option. As the Ravens are going to start 1st and 10, Lamar in shotgun. This is from their own 29. Aguilar's going to stitched out to Aguilar. He's going to lose about a yard or two. Ooh, yeah, 2. As we have laundry. Even more laundry. And we got, what, illegal man downfield? Is that what that is? It's declined. It looks like illegal man downfield. Ineligible receiver. Ineligible player. Downfield. That might have been Stanley, I think. But they did... Or is it Falele? I'm not sure. But, again, declined. So 2nd and 12 from their own 27. Lamar in shotgun fakes and scrambles up to the 39. Just short of the first down marker. I'll bring up 3rd down. Nice little put Justice Hill in motion and a nice QB draw. And it was just wide open, middle of the field. Can't do that with Lamar, especially if the D-line gives him the space like that. And Lamar under center, 2nd inches, just hands off to Derrick Henry. And he looks like he got it up to the 40. And a 1st down. Seven rushes, 106 yards with a rushing and, with a rushing touchdown. That's his rushing stats. He also has a receiving touchdown. All right, what do we got? 1st and 10. Well, they spot him at the 39. So from their own 39, Lamar under center with 2 backs in the backfield, Ricard and Henry. They'll hand it off to Henry on what looks like a counter. He's going to get about 3. So they wrap him up pretty well. Showing Todd Monken, who did great things for the offense last year. Not in the AFC Championship game, but the rest of the year. As that'll bring up 2nd and 8. We got Lamar in shotgun with Henry to his left. Got 2 tight ends. Zay Flowers in motion, going left. Running that play clock down as we're under 4 minutes. Lamar drops back. Scanning. Throwing. Wide open. And that is Rashad Bateman. Woo! Finding that soft spot in those zones, I think, was what it looked like Buffalo was in. They've been finding that all day. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like zone coverage, cover 3, maybe cover 2. Just finding the soft spot, putting 2 receivers in the same zone. Zay Flowers, while not having a bunch of touches, has cleared out a lot of room for these receivers. Lamar in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Derrick Henry on 1st and 10, and he's going to rumble ahead for about 4. We have more laundry. As Henry was tackled at about the 31. 2:51 to play in the second. Refs are talking. The flag was in the backfield, so presumed holding, maybe hands to the face, holding. Offense, lovely. That would be Rosengarten, the rookie, out of, where is he out of? Trying to remember. I'm trying. So that'll bring up 1st and 20. I'll check real quick. All right, 1st and 20 from the Buffalo 45. Lamar drops back, and it's going to be another QB draw. He's looking for some space, and he gets up to the 39, and was that a fumble? Oh, no. he got whacked and kind of helicoptered, and he fumbled, and Buffalo recovers. So it'll be Buffalo ball, assuming the turnover stands. He was looking for a block. He just got tackled low, and he lost it in the air. It looks like a clear fumble, so that's gonna stand. Where is everything? Roger Rosengarten out of Washington. That is correct. Yes. I have simply forgotten. Yep. And Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo clearly recovered. So a break for Buffalo. 1st and 10 from their own 39. Allen from the shotgun is going to hand off to Cook. Cook's going to find some room up to the 44. Own 44. Get about 5 yards. As we're winding down to the 2-minute warning, we'll see if they try and run another play. Doesn't look like they're going to. And we got the 2-minute warning. So, a few mistakes from Baltimore, some penalties. Lamar's frustrated, understandably so. Some penalties, now a turnover, but still got a lead. And keep your composure and hold on to that. And Lamar's looking good. He's 11 for 13, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. They've been rolling. One little hiccup, just can't let that get to you. But we'll see if Derrick Henry? No, Deontay Hardy. Sorry, that's a Derrick Henry at a punt return. We'll see if the Bills can capitalize. We shall see. As we'll check, see if there's any news. There's no news, no updates on injuries. Nothing big today, or at the moment. No news from Josiah. We'll check in with him at halftime. We'll see. Try and get an update. Again, he has some other responsibilities. He's got some college stuff he's dealing with, some music stuff. And we respect that. So we'll see if he'll be able to join. We're not certain. So we wait to hear from him. But until we figure that out, you're stuck with me, a Ravens fan. So yeah. We'll check how the pick'ems are going so far. It is a much better week for me than it was last week. Last week was my worst week. Let's see. What are we at? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of the 4, or not, I'm 9 and 4, I believe, right? I am 9 and 4 so far this week. By far my best week so far. Yeah. That's got me almost back to 500. As we get back, and we have 2nd and 5. Allen from shotgun drops back, starts to scramble, and he's going to slide down about a yard short of the first down. That's about the 47-yard line. As we're down to a minute 45, 44, 43, as the clock is still rolling. 3rd and 2. Bills are letting it run. Not a major sense of urgency from either team to get the ball right now. Well, obviously Bills have it, but move the ball. As they're letting the clock run. Still 3rd and 2 from their own 47. Allen in shotgun takes the snap, looks left, looks right, fires, and that is almost caught, almost intercepted. I don't know. Broken up by Marlon Humphrey. And that'll bring up 4th and 2. The minute and 11. And we don't see Josh Allen immediately trot off the field, so I guess we see, yeah, it was broken up by Humphrey. Got a hand on it. Good play. Love that. Love to see him doing stuff because he's, now he's sitting. I don't know if they're trying to buy time or what. Looks like the Bills called a timeout. But we got Humphrey just kind of sitting on the turf. He doesn't look like he's in any extreme pain. He's getting some attention, though. And we're seeing, it looks like the Bills are going to look at going for it. Exciting. Oh. Maybe. Yep. Humphrey's going to get up and he's going to have to come off. We see Wiggins come on. And what do we got? Yep. Offense is still out there for the Bills. So it's still 4th and 2 from their own 47. It looks like he's just trying to get some time as he was walking around and he just sat down and waved his hand. So I don't know if he's actually hurt or what. Not really sure. The Bills are 6 for 6 though on 4th down conversions. Great stat. We got a timeout, Baltimore. So, curious to see what happened with Marlon Humphrey. He, again, made the play, got up. He looked fine. And then he kind of just sat down, started waving his hand. And because of the God damn it. Because of the Marlon Humphrey injury, whatever it was, that burned a timeout for Baltimore, and then they tried calling a timeout, and that's a timeout, or that is a penalty. Results in a delay of game. So, free first down for the Bills. Guess Harbaugh kind of blanked on that and looked around afterwards like, what am I doing? So Bills get free first down. Now at the Baltimore 48 in shotgun. I believe this is the first time they're on this side of the field. Drops back, looks left, fires deep to nobody. It looks like there was a miscommunication. And that just drops incomplete. 2nd and 10 now with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the second half, or second quarter, first half. I do that too much. All right. What do we got? Got Stevens in, Wiggins in, still no Humphrey, so I don't know. I don't know if he actually was hurt or not. But 2nd and 10 from Baltimore 48. Josh Allen in shotgun, takes a snap, looks, fires deep again. This one to Keon Coleman, and he drops it inside the 10. Whoo. He fit. Josh Allen fit it between some defenders. Coleman had some space, and he drops it. That was about at like the 9-yard line, and that would have set him up for a field goal. Sloth, I would say yes, because of purely just because of how the Ravens have played in the second half this year so far. 3rd and 10, Allen empty and shotgun, dancing around, running way far back to his own 30 as he launches this way out of bounds. Yeesh. Thank you. It is, I am a sports media major in college, and they have a podcast studio, and that is what I'm taking advantage of. Using equipment and stuff. Fancy. Obviously, I have, as this is the James and Dame show, my co-host, Josiah, is not here at the moment, but he might join later. We see. As it is 4th and 10, and the Bills are just going to put this away with about 50 seconds. See if they can pin him. And they can't. That's a touchback. So 42 seconds. I ran like a second or two. Ravens, I believe, should still have 2 timeouts. I'm not really sure how the rule works because you're not allowed to call back-to-back timeouts. You get a flag, obviously. As that's what happened. That is what allowed the Bills to convert on 4th down, pretty much. And I'm not sure if they get that timeout back, though. So they might have 2 timeouts. They might have 1. Around 40 seconds. We'll see if the Ravens try and get some more points. I'd like to see a shot. See an attempt on like a play or two. And then just run it. If you don't get anything. Oh. Got some news from Josiah. Looks like he might be able to make it. As we are still at commercial break. We'll see what we hear from him. But, yeah, well, obviously if he does show up, there's not enough space in the current, there we go, in this space for him. So we'll have to make some camera adjustments. But, yeah. Looks like he is going to make it. Not exactly sure. We'll keep you updated as he keeps me updated. Hopefully. That's what I'm asking him to do. So yeah. About 40 seconds left in the first half. Ravens are getting the ball back at about, I believe, punt touchbacks still go out to the 25. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know why touchbacks don't go to the same marker. I don't get it, but I know they're not the same. Rookie QB sets NFL record. I believe that was Jaden Daniels, as he had himself another very good week against the Cardinals, who were very disappointing. All right, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens taking over. 42 seconds. Lamar's in the pistol with Derrick Henry behind him. 1st and 10 from the 20. Tossing it to Derrick Henry. Henry's going to get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. So it looks like they're just going to run clock. It did use 2 timeouts. So they are left with 1 timeout. So I'm not surprised they're running it. I'm not super familiar with that rule. You don't see it too often. So, well, now you know. You burn back-to-back timeouts. You still use both of them, even though one counts as a penalty. So, we're at halftime. Everyone's favorite time of Sunday Night Football or any game. Let me make sure this is centered for y'all. Oh, yeah. Ravens are rolling. Oops, too much. There we go. Nice and centered. All right. Halftime, 21-3. Ravens look good. Were we up 21-6, I believe, last week against the Cowboys? So, we look slightly better than we did last week. Yeah, thank you for everyone who's been here. Hope you're enjoying as we are halfway done with our matchup this week. As a Ravens fan, I'm clearly ecstatic. Can't you tell? Yeah, it's been a good game out of the Ravens. Just, a few penalties and the one fumble. Other than that, they've looked really good. Offense has been moving. Defense has been real stout, with a little help from some mistakes on the Bills side. Drop pass, some misfires, some penalties on their end. So, I think we'll feel pretty good. But what do we say while it's halftime, go through some other games that happened this week? We'll go through some. Starting with the noon games. Noon Central Time, obviously. Saints Falcons. Saints really choked it away. Falcons, they were up 23-17. Saints drove down and scored, though, with, I think, under a minute left. Some good moves to Kamara. Carr didn't look fantastic, but, it is what it is. Kamara was 79 yards and a touchdown. So, Saints took the lead with under a minute left and committed a very painful to watch pass interference that set up the Falcons for the go-ahead field goal with 2 seconds left. And pain for Saints, because that really was a winnable game. I do like the NFC South this year. I think they're an interesting division to watch. The Buccaneers are 2-0 against NFC East teams, and it was who we thought would be good this year in the NFC East, in the Eagles and Cowboys. Or was it the Cowboys? Was it the Cowboys? Why am I blanking? Not the Cowboys. Buccaneers. No. What? Buccaneers beat the Commanders. Guys, it's been a day. Too much football today. But not enough. Also at the same time. Sitting and trying to watch all of the games, I get scrambled. I get mixed up. South looks good, other than the Panthers. But even the Panthers looked better, obviously, against a Bengals team that coming into the week was winless. But I think most people agree that the Bengals are much better than the record, or they should be. They should have a better record. They've not been. They've choked away a couple of games. They've played them close, but just haven't been able to pull out wins. Panthers dropped to 1-3 as the lone bottom of the division. Saints and Falcons are both 2-2. Falcons with a head-to-head advantage now. Looking at the Bears-Rams. Bears, just another really good defensive game. I think, honestly, they made the Rams look the worst on offense that they have, which is, even with injuries, still think this is the worst they've looked, and I think that's a lot attributed to the Bears, because the Bears have for some reason, just really good defense. Hello? Loud noises. But yeah, Bears defense has really stepped up. Actually got the run game going, and they looked good. Vikings Packers. Vikings went up 28-0 in the first half, and then start to let up. Packers came back and almost pulled off a massive comeback. Fell short 2 points. 22 fourth quarter points. If you're the Vikings, is that you just eased up too much? It's the same conversation with the Ravens last week. Did you ease up too much, and when it came down to crunch time, actually pull out a victory, or are there actually some concerns? Your defense looked really good the first half. Forced 4 turnovers, I think it was. I can fact check that real quickly. I believe it was 4 turnovers. Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions. Yeah, 4 turnovers. Now, if you're the Packers, it's not all doom and gloom. Even though you are 2-2, which is not where you're probably hoping to be. Xavier McKinney, 4 interceptions through 4 games. He's looked great. So, Aaron Jones was the leading rusher of the game. I don't know what you want from me. It kind of just writes itself. We've mentioned Steelers, Colts. Anthony Richardson injury is a big thing. Taylor, 88 yards. Not as good as I feel like he has been doing most of the year, but still really good against a very good Steelers defense. Again, Anthony Richardson injured. I believe it was a hip injury. Joe Flacco came in and finished out the game. Looked solid as he did last year, which makes the Jets look really bad for when they had him. Jets, speaking of, what happened? Broncos defense is looking really good. They're very young, and this is back-to-back weeks where their defense has looked really solid, which is good news. Offense is still struggling. Cortland Sutton kind of got some stuff going. You actually had sort of a run game, which just goes to show when Bo Nix, you're 2-0 when Bo Nix isn't your leading rusher. Says a lot. Yeah, Jets. Just what are you doing? It wasn't a horrible game. It was rainy weather. There was a lot of cases of what looked like the ball being very slippery. Missed throws from both quarterbacks due to a wet ball. Yeah, Javonte was the leading rusher on the day, only with 77 yards, which is kind of surprising with how, well, I guess the Jets do split a decent amount, though. Eagles, Buccaneers. Buccaneers just came back from last week's loss and looked really good. I should have predicted that, not because of the comeback, but because the Buccaneers kind of have been pretty good against the Eagles, I feel like, recently. I could be misremembering, but I believe they've had recently a decent. Todd Bowles, I think, has done pretty well against Sirianni lately. Bengals, Jamar Chase, that 63-yard touchdown was very nice. Very nice. Finally getting that much needed first win of the season. Probably like 2 weeks too late. Jaguars, Texans. Quick recap. Jaguars choke away their late lead, and your offense still. I mean, you got a second half touchdown. You finally got 20 points for the first time this year. Tank Bixby had a nice run. Trevor didn't look horrible all game. He had some mistakes. He doesn't look amazing right now, but I do think a lot of it comes down to the lack of ability to move the ball when you're ahead. They seemed to play their best from behind on offense. Defense held pretty strong. C.J. Stroud still ended up with over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but that's because they have Nico Collins, and Nico Collins has been a beast so far this year. Jaguars, what are you doing? Nico Collins has one game, I think, and that was last week, where he didn't have over 100 receiving yards. He still had, I think, like 80. 84 maybe. I don't remember. But he's looked good all year. He's looking like receiver 1 in Houston. Commanders stomping Cardinals. Daniels had a really good day. Let's look at some of these stats. 26 for 30, 233 passing yards, a touchdown and an interception. No sacks. He was not sacked once. Really good game. 216 yards on the ground as a team. Daniels had 47 of them. He's had just a really good start this year. He was a little rocky week 1, but they've kind of earned that. Oddly enough, that one lead of the division, as they've, after again a rocky start, they've kind of consistently just gotten better. That offense with Cliff Kingsbury is exactly as we worried about. Cardinals kind of looking like what we expected them to look like this year. So far, like they're trending downward as the Commanders are trending upward. Just issues converting, finishing off drives and games. So 42-14, it was closer for a majority of it, but Commanders just kept scoring and the Cardinals couldn't. Patriots 49ers really wasn't close. You saw Kyle Juszczyk return a punt or a kickoff. I think it was a punt. As the 49ers, they started pulling away. They were up 20-3. I think it was going into the half. I can double check that. Yeah, it was 23. 20-3. It's about as we expected. 49ers just looking really good. Yeah. Browns being the Browns, not being able to play 2 halves of football, especially on the offensive side. And Chargers kind of chargered. As we come back from halftime, and the Ravens are receiving. Let me fix this real quick. You'll just listen to me yap for the entirety of halftime, as I'm known to do. That's what you get. You'll get Josiah back soon, but not yet. Still got me. All right. Lamar in shotgun. He's got motion out of Zay Flowers. Fakes the handoff to Henry. Henry picks up a block, and there's just too much, and that. He throws it away as he was going down, and it looks like they're going to throw an intentional grounding, as there was just too much pressure, and he couldn't get it off. So that's going to be intentional grounding. Another penalty as the Ravens are going to back up. don't know what that last part was. That was an extra part at the end I didn't catch. Yeah, still in the pocket. Barely even threw it forward. Definitely didn't get past the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 24. Great start to the half. Lamar is going to be in shotgun. I would take a draw here. He's looking around, firing short to Justice Hill. He's going to get 4, maybe 5. 4, I think, is what they're going to give him. I'll bring up 3rd down real quickly. As they're getting a review. Oh, well, that explains what happened to Taylor Rapp in the first half. As I didn't notice it before, but as he went to tackle, his head was a little low, and he got a knee up underside, and he got a concussion. So he will be out the rest of the game. So Lamar and shotgun, 3rd and 20 from their own 20. He's got it back to his right, drops back, looking, scanning, firing. Oh, and dropped by Flowers. I'm not sure how far out of bounds that was, but it was out of bounds. Flowers tried to get his feet down. It was a nice 20-yard out. Flowers got in position. It was just him and the ball. It was put, I think, in a decent spot. Slow it down. It just looks like he just dropped it. It was a good spot by Lamar. Good route from Zay. But Ravens are going to punt. That's the worst their offense has looked all day. But the return comes back to, I believe that's the 29? 39? 39. And the Bills will take the field, and we'll see how that offense looks. If they come back, see if the Ravens defense is going to do just as well this half as last half. What do we got? There we go. All right. Josh Allen. 1st and 10 from the 40. Hands off to Cook. Cook bounces out right, shakes a tackler, trying to shake another, and he's not going to. He's going to lose a yard. Could not break away. And so that'll bring up 2nd and 11 from their own 39. Check on what Josiah is doing. There. All right, 2nd and 11. Josh Allen alone in shotgun, drops back, looks left, fires left, quickly to looks like Curtis Samuel, and he is wrapped up real quickly by Marlon Humphrey. And then bring up 3rd down. This is where I feel like we're gonna be able to tell. Well, I guess not based off how last week went, but 3rd and 5. This will be kind of an indicator of how this is going to go, at least on the defensive side, if the defense is going to be able to keep up what they've been doing all game. This play clock is running down. Allen not alone in shotgun, with a back to his right. He's looking around, some pressure. He's scrambling right. He's running, and throwing. Wide open, Khalil Shakir, and he's down to about the 2, maybe 3, and he was just wide open. Allen bought enough time. Shakir found an open area, and it looks like the Ravens just lost him. Yeah, you had 3 Ravens pressuring him. You got behind, who was that? I couldn't see who it was. Got behind the defense, though. They were lucky to drag him down at the 3, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Hand off to Johnson, and he skips into the end zone. So, Ravens kind of... This is why... not exactly a sports announcer. Sports media, it can really just be... It's very broad. Sports announcer would be really cool. This isn't me necessarily... This is not necessarily for school. It's more so... Our podcast is more so just an advantage that we have from school as the extra point is up and good. But yes, not here for, or yeah, I'm not going to school to really do this. Although, again, this would be really cool to do. I'd love to do this. I've enjoyed these live streams. I've enjoyed making podcast episodes. I've enjoyed all of it. And, I mean, being able to go and do broadcasting would be cool. Being able to do this would be really cool, too. Obviously, that doesn't really lie on me. It relies on a lot of you guys and a lot of luck. I can just be persistent. Josiah and I. It's not just me, obviously. But, you know, we're here to do it. Look who it is. Late yet again. Josiah is here as...
What's up, fools?
Yeah, we're going to have to...
10 now?
Yeah, we just let up a touchdown.
Yeah, go Bills.
No.
I'm going to move the camera now.
You're going to move camera?
And zoom out.
Yeah, I don't know how much you've been following the game.
Not much. I haven't heard much.
It's kind of resemblant of last week.
Oh.
Really good first half.
And then you're letting up a little bit?
Well, it was the Bills' first drive of the second half, and they just scored.
That sounds about right.
But we'll have to see. Derrick Henry, first Ravens snap was an 87-yard run for a touchdown.
That, yeah.
We got 3 touchdowns to running backs. 1 rushing, 2 receiving each to Derrick Henry and Justice Hill. So
Good.
we've been
You
doing...
got your rushing going. What about your passing?
Let's see. Lamar, before this gets back, I believe I still have stats up. I do not yet. Hold on. Let me find it. I'll pull up box score. Lamar, 10 for 12? 12. I've been watching too much football. 12 for 16, 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's doing pretty well.
Not bad.
Defense. First half looked really good. We only had a few mistakes. Just iffy each way. Thanks, Sloth. As kickoff is away and is another touchback. We've had no kick returns.
So far?
Nope. But yes. Appreciate it, Sloth. Also appreciate you carrying the chat.
Who?
Sloth has been the lone chatter for most of the game.
Most of it?
So it's been a little quiet.
Hi, Sloth. I don't know if you're paying attention or not still. How did
Ooh.
this thing get caught behind me?
All right. I'm gonna fix them real quick. Well, Lamar, I'm gonna call this while I do it. Lamar hands off to Henry. Henry's gonna rumble it for about 5 yards.
Sorry, somehow the headphones got caught on the chair. I don't know how.
We're so professional.
No, I don't know who was messing with stuff today.
Squeeze past you.
Hi.
I'll move this out of the way because this is
In the way again.
So 2nd and 5 from our own 35. 2 backs in the backfield. Henry, the tailback. And we got another flag. Which one are you? You're orange right now?
I am orange.
There you go. Surprised you.
Hello. I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself?
Unless
because your headphones aren't on. What color is that?
Hello. It's yellow, but it's on orange.
Okay. Yep.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Yeah, your volume. I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if I want to wear headphones or not, but let me get onto the live chat.
Yep.
Sorry, I was coming back from a Husker volleyball game.
Yep. All right, Lamar in shotgun. Hand off to Derrick Henry. He doesn't even get back to the line. Loses 2. Sloth says, I used to stream. That's how it is sometimes. I got you, bro. I'll be there till the end. So, you know, you got me chatting to look forward to. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is... I live stream in multiple different facets. So I know very well that it's real slow when you're not big. But I still enjoy it, even if I can get like one person or just nobody is. You know, I still like calling the games. 3rd and 11. Justice Hill now in to the left of Jackson in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking around. He's scrambling. He's still scrambling, and he's going to get sacked, loses 2. And that'll bring up 4th down, and that's 2 straight 3 and outs, I think. Did they get a first down? I don't think so.
I think so.
So that's going to bring up another 4th down. And the Ravens are punting yet again. Struggling with that second half. In anything, really.
Isn't that normally what happens?
Yeah. The O-line looked a lot better in the first half than they had most weeks. We'll have to see if that's really the problem here, if that continues. Obviously, penalties. Oh, muffed punt. Ooh, and he gets back on it.
He got lucky there.
There have been so many muffed punts today.
Really?
I think there have been 5.
It rained in New York earlier.
Yeah, New York wasn't one of them.
I know. I'm just saying that it rained earlier in New York, so I don't know if the storm system
no, I mean
kicked over to that area.
One was Minnesota. There was 2 in the Atlanta game. I think it was.
Atlanta somehow won. I don't know how that happened,
but New Orleans choked via penalty. They took a 1-point lead with under a minute left in the 4th, and a pass interference put the Falcons in field goal range. And Youngway nailed the field goal. So,
what a surprise!
Saints so close, but you choke another one. But
come so far.
5 muffed punts today, which is just a ridiculous amount.
It's very ridiculous.
There's 2. I think there was 2 in the New Orleans game. I could be wrong. Which game it was. There was 1 in the Vikings game. There was 1 in the Jacksonville game. What was the other one? I know there was also a fumble on a punt return, or no, kick return in the Patriots 49ers game. Special teams. It's just been special teams heavy.
Been a lot of special teams mishaps, I've noticed.
Missed extra point in the Browns game, which put them... Well, they lost by 4, so that could have actually done something. Blocked extra point returned for 2 in the Eagles game.
Okay.
Oh, no, actually, it was the Eagles-Bucks was the other game with a muff, and that was actually, I think, the one with 2. I think that was the one where there was 2. Yep, there's the little bubble.
Yeah, we don't know how to turn that off.
Is that literally just because I do this? I don't think it
Oh
is
my
because
God,
I do that.
It is. So never do that.
Remove my thumbs. I don't know why.
Opposable thumbs now.
Oh, I know what it is. It's not even OBS. It's an Apple thing, because it does the same thing on FaceTime. Because my friends do it all the time on FaceTime. That's why it's... We've had that when we used to use some of the cameras, anytime a camera's hooked up to that, because it runs through a Mac,
Yeah.
which I hate.
It's a little interesting.
That explains a lot. I might start I'm really tempted to just hook it up to the other computer. All right. 1st and 10 from their own 19.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen under center with Cook in the backfield.
Looks like it's running.
No, he's going to fake it to Cook, and Allen's scrambling again, looking around, and he's just going to throw it away.
Yep.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Pressure, goddamn.
Yeah, the pressure's been getting there. It's the Bills really haven't moved the ball that well, except for the one scoring drive, and that was a breakdown in coverage.
Okay.
On one play, and that put him down at like the 3, so that just put him in position to score. But other than that, the Bills have not really been able to move the ball super well, even with penalties. So
even with penalties, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got here? Oh, I forgot. This is in Baltimore too.
2nd and 10. Allen in shotgun looks left, fires to
completion to
Coleman.
There we go.
So that'll be, I think, their 2nd biggest reception.
Mm-hmm. I mean, from what you told me, it doesn't sound like they did much this game except this pass, and
they've not been able to. Coleman had a dropped pass earlier. That puts him down to about the 40, I believe the 43 or 4 yard line. And yeah, again, 1st down. Yeah, 1st and 10. They're spotting him at their own 43. Allen in shotgun, hands off to Cook. Cook finds a little bit of room, gets 4, I think. About 4, maybe 5. Showing Coleman playing some basketball.
Ooh, look at those highlights. Ooh, good steal. Ooh. So he's a multi-sport athlete. He's understanding.
I mean, I feel like a lot of NFL players play basketball. Shotgun handoff to Cook, and he's going to get plenty of room and a 1st down.
That one.
Got about 6 yards, and I think he's around the Baltimore 45, as I think this is the 3rd time fourth time, I think, in Baltimore territory today.
Interesting.
Joe Brady has been a good call, honestly. He was the interim last year, and he's done
the Bills were not
well.
so hot right away last year.
So from the Baltimore 47, Allen under center, Cook in the backfield, hands off to Cook, and he's going to get
for a couple yards, probably about 4 there. So it'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah,
inside Baltimore territory.
Getting a little more room to run. They're actually also running it.
Henry, you good, man? He looked like he was spacing out there for a second.
Well, they only gave him 3.
Okay, so 2nd and 7 will be at the Baltimore 44 or 43. Let's see here. Yeah.
Oh, 46. Weird formation. Wildcat.
46.
Allen. They pitch it, and that's a fumble. No. Picked up by the Ravens and returned up to the 44.
Interesting.
By Kyle Hamilton. It was a Wildcat kind of reversed to Josh Allen. Oh, and he smacked Josh Allen while he was throwing it. We got multiple Bills.
That's Kincaid.
Yep.
Kincaid's down and Allen is down. Oh no. There's a flag as well. What was the flag on? It was a good strip.
Yeah, it was clean.
Oh.
Well, that's the thing. I don't
know if that.
I don't know because that shouldn't be roughing the passer because he doesn't actually get it off.
Yeah, me too, Sloth. No way. Oh, it's on defense.
Yeah, the unnecessary roughness. It's still a 1st down, I think, for the Ravens. Yeah.
Understand that. Oh, he's just out for a play. That's okay, or 2, depending on how one they want to look at this.
Oh yeah, it was just an okay.
Oh, he got inside the face mask.
Yeah, he got injured, but also at the same time, it's kind of funny because he just is like, "Fuck you," and he just falls over.
Get out!
And it's like super unnecessary, but it's also kind of funny. Like,
yeah,
Allen, I think just hit the ground hard. I was concerned
like,
it was an arm injury because he got hit while he was throwing.
Yeah. So do the Bills have the? Yeah, the Bills have the ball right now.
No, they don't. Ravens have the ball.
Then why was it a penalty? Oh,
it was after the play.
It was after the play. Okay.
So it says 1st and 10. It doesn't look like it's actually 1st and 10.
It should be 1st and 15, I think.
Unnecessary roughness, I think, would make it.
Was it 1st and
25?
I don't know.
Handoff to Henry. Oh, it is 1st and 10. I just couldn't see it. You just couldn't see the line.
46-ish.
Bills Bills do not have the ball.
I thought the Bills would get the ball back, but I guess not.
Well, because it was unnecessary roughness after the play. Touchdown probability. Oh, on that first one. Yeah, it was beautiful. Just right up. Right. Hit through a big old hole. Hit 21 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't look like he runs super fast, but he does.
Oh, wow. 117 yards for one touchdown already.
And a receiving touchdown. All right, hands off left to Henry. And he's rumbling inside up to the 30-29. I think is, down him at the 29 as the Ravens are driving again.
Interesting.
Yeah,
you got to keep feeding him. Like, that's all you got to do.
They figured out how to use them, and now they're scary. I got a scary run game because that puts him up, because they were around the 40.
Yeah, they were at 40.
Gain of 26, so he's up to 143 yards. He needs 7 yards to match last week's rushing yards.
We're currently in Nebraska.
Yeah, we're in
good old Lincoln, Nebraska.
Going to school at Nebraska as he fakes a throw on 1st and 10, hands off to Justice Hill, I believe that was, and he gets about 6.
24-yard line. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier about me coming back from a Husker volleyball game is, see, it is misting a little bit there, or raining.
Yeah, they got some rain.
Yeah, so that's where we're residing. So that's why I was talking about Husker volleyball. So we got a dub in football, we got a dub in volleyball this weekend. So I'm a very happy man.
Yeah. All right, Lamar and shotgun on 2nd and 4. Justice Hill to his left. Zay Flowers in motion, going back to the right, and they're just going to hand it off to Hill. He's going to lose
anywhere.
3.
About 2.5. But
so
it was good.
Bring up 3rd and
they read that play from a mile away.
7.
If anything, you're definitely going to get a field goal out of this drive. If they don't get anything here,
which would be big.
Likely he's going to the sideline.
No, he's coming into the huddle.
He's coming in.
Andrews has had a rough day. I don't think he has a completion. He had a drop earlier.
I don't think Andrews has had any good game.
It's his worst start to a year he's had his entire career.
What's happened to the tight ends recently? Kittle, Kelsey, Andrews.
All the other two have actually had decent ones. Jackson in shotgun dumps off to Justice Hill. He breaks a tackle too.
He's still on his feet.
And he gets up to
inside the 10.
Spot him at the 9.5. Some nice moves from Hill. He's been he was good the first
was yelling at him.
But very happy with his extension. Derrick Henry's clapping for Hill. I didn't expect Hill to be the 1-2 punch with Henry. I was expecting Mitchell.
He works very well.
Yeah, he's a great receiving back. I thought Mitchell was going to come in. I don't know if he's still out with it, recovering from it.
That's right, because what was he out for?
I think he tore his ACL last year.
Fake to Lamar's running, and it's going to be a touchdown. So Ravens are up 27-10 right now.
27-10. It was a fake to.
It's a fake, yeah.
Hill, I think it was, and just a.
See, the thing is, the Bills lose this game. It was a good game. Like you're both high talented teams. It's gonna be it's gonna be a battle, obviously. So Likely was the one who was leading the charge on that block. He got a block on is that Hamlin? Yeah, number 3, Hamlin.
I mean, that's what you get. He did a lot of that in the first half. Well, not necessarily that. He did a lot of running in the first half. Bills leaving a lot of room in the middle of the field, just asking for Lamar to run, and he did a lot of that in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, having Lamar as quarterback who runs a lot, and then Derrick Henry, who's just a huge running back, that's like you're asking for trouble. They got to prepare for both those guys now.
Yeah, and now Justice Hill's even doing well.
Yeah, it's good to see him do well because he was always the backup.
He's always been kind of second, third, fourth fiddle, but he's been here for a while, and it's nice to see him kind of play a bigger role.
For sure.
There was a stat earlier that was mentioned that Lamar has, I forget how many. It was like 270 rushing yards through the first 3 games, which is the most by a quarterback in NFL history.
That's crazy.
I'm not surprised, because who would you expect to have the most rushing yards in the first 3 games?
But Mo, running back, right? He's a running back, right?
Yeah, but he can still throw.
He can throw, but he doesn't throw it all the time very well.
Yeah, he's done better. He's not been inaccurate. He's been accurate today.
I don't know.
Most of his incompletions, 2 drops and a couple throwaways has been most of what it is. So he's done well today.
Yeah, today he's done pretty well. I'm just talking about the first 3 games. He's been
a little
first sloppy.
First week was really bad. The second week was still not great. Last week he was pretty good, and he's been good this week.
As long as the Ravens can figure out to not choke in like the second half, they'd be set. But they've been making games a lot closer than they needed to be.
Well, you want to talk about almost choking? You got the Vikings.
Vikings were close. It was also Green Bay was rallying behind and everything because Jordan Love is back.
Jordan Love did not have a great day.
I know he didn't have a great day, but he was rallying the troops there for a second.
He had 3 interceptions.
Christian Watson was down for a while, wasn't he not?
I didn't see any Christian Watson.
I know he got injured at the beginning of the game. I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't see the start of the game. I saw most of the game, but
yeah, sometimes that happens, Sloth. You're gone for a second, and oh shoot, interception, or oh shoot, fumble recovery.
We in fact did score another touchdown. No, but yeah, the Vikings had a 28-0 lead on
the
Packers
going into the half, right?
Going into half, and then again, I feel like really similar to what the Ravens did last week, where they just I feel like they just let up, and then
they gotta stop doing that. I don't know what it is. It's just whenever the Ravens start playing the second half, they change into a different team.
Well, it's again like the Vikings did. I think. Well, again, it's hard to tell if it's what happened with the Ravens, but I think with the Vikings especially, they just let up. Darnold had a little bit of a injury in his leg. He didn't miss any time, but
can Zay Flowers catch the ball more? Because he only has 1 reception for 10 yards right now.
Well, that's the thing. He's not gotten many receptions, but he's actually been very important in the passing game because there have been at least two passes where a receiver was wide open because Zay Flowers took there was zone, and Zay Flowers took the receiver deep and just opened it up underneath for. The first was Isaiah Likely. The second was Rashad Bateman.
Likely is a good.
He's been good this year, and I liked when we got him.
He's probably going to be the starting tight end very soon.
We'll see.
It's not going to be Andrews for very long if he continues on the trend that he's currently on. And also, I'm currently crushing this guy in fantasy. I just want to make sure that Zay Flowers
fires. Wide open.
Kincaid open past the 50, near the 45 of Baltimore territory.
Gets a full strike down.
He fell down. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good strike from. Good catch and run from Kincaid. Good throw from Allen.
We got 2 up-and-coming tight ends here in this game. Well, Kincaid's kind of established that, but Kincaid and Likely are good not running backs, tight ends.
Yes. Allen and
good,
shotgun.
They're good tight ends.
Fakes the handoff. Throws to Kincaid again.
To Kincaid again. He gets a couple.
4 or 5.
They bounce off each other. I mean, yeah, the Bills are 3-0, so one loss won't really kill us. But I mean, I like to see them keep. Yeah, honestly, I like to see the Bills, actually do something for once and win a championship. But they gotta get over the hump and they gotta stop losing the Chiefs. So
yeah, I mean, this game is bigger, I think, for the Ravens than it is for the Bills. Like the Bills have kind of established themselves as they looked like the best team in the league coming into the week.
Yep.
This is the Ravens showing that we can actually go up against them, and we're doing pretty good so
'cause
far.
anything can happen any given Sunday.
Right,
And this
second and 6, drops back, looks left, fires deep.
Ooh, good catch by Coleman.
Making up for the drop earlier. I didn't see his feet. They're calling it a catch.
He got his toes in.
Yeah, I just want to see a replay.
Let's just watch this replay. I believe he got both feet in.
He's working on
there. Yep. He was in the green there.
Well, it's like okay. They're going hurry up.
He was in the green.
And so he got it off. Allen looking around, fires deep back right corner to nobody.
Don't hit the officer back there, Allen. He's the one who's protecting you guys from all the fans.
As McDermott is looking for
the Ravens just playing. It's mostly the Ravens just playing well. The Bills don't look bad at all. I mean, they're just sometimes they're not capitalizing on a couple plays, but they're still looking pretty good. I mean, they don't have any injuries right now, right?
Oh, they got a few injuries, which is, I mean, McGovern has been in and out. Shakir was banged up earlier, but those two are both in. Taylor Rapp suffered a concussion when tackling Derrick Henry. Just goes to show, don't tackle him.
Yeah, please.
All right. Allen in shotgun drops back on 2nd and 10. Fires quick, and he's going to get
Coleman
6.
within the 15 yards, so about the 14-yard line.
As we're under a minute left in the third.
I mean, if they miss this, they can easily get a field goal here and just kind of be prepared for that kind of stuff.
They're down 18.
I mean, they don't look too bad. Well, Derrick Henry is a semi-truck. Yeah, he literally is. Bro, I need to see more Derrick Henry stiff arms. There's only been one this year, right? Against the Cowboys.
Yeah, and it wasn't even, like, super impressive. It was a guy who's already, like, going down. So it was like, yeah. I would.
We need, like, another Josh Norman situation.
Might take another one. 3rd and 4 in shotgun. A little bit of motion. Free rusher comes after Allen, and he shakes the... Ooh, tackler. And
I don't know. If he's... Yeah,
they called him down.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick a field goal here.
Well, yeah. Now, look. A little celebration.
I don't know if you should celebrate on the field, though. Yeah, Harbaugh was like, get off. I feel like Jenner should use his size as much as he should drop that big shoulder dog. Yeah, honestly, I'd like to see some of the booms, Like,
see, the thing about that, it was Marlon Humphrey on the pursuit. Missed the tackle, but you had, who was that, Jackson come in? I couldn't see who actually came in with the sack. The thing with Derrick Henry is, that's the end of the third, while he is big...
You mean end of the second, right? It's halftime.
No, it's not.
What?
That's the end of the third.
That's the end of the third. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm here. Don't worry.
The thing with Derrick Henry is while he is big, but the issue with it being big, he's also tall.
He's a very tall running back. Did you see it? His picture from high school just emphasizes how much of a beast he was.
Yeah, the issue with being super tall, though, is a lot of tackling, and especially with truck sticks, is leverage. And he's just a little too tall to get leverage.
Yeah.
And leverage.
He's just a big guy.
The key is being low to the ground, and he is not low to the ground.
Yeah, he's a little tall for a running back.
He's pretty tall. What is he, 6? Is he 6'2" or 6'4"?
It's hard to get lows. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Tall people issues.
Tall people problems.
Tall people problems.
I can relate to that.
2 or 6'4". I like how I keep pulling it up on there when I can just do this. Because I actually have this stuff pulled up. All right, Derrick Henry. How tall are you? 6'2". That's what I figured. Which is
6'1.5". So I'm about Derrick Henry's size, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, except Derrick Henry is like 220 pounds of pure muscle.
And I'm
a running
I'm like
machine.
240 of just fat.
Well, I know that's not true. You go to the gym.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight. I used to be over 285.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay consistent in college, but I'll take what I can get.
Differences. Again, Derrick Henry is just...
Yeah, he's just pure power. That's all he is.
He got that 220 pounds and 220 horsepower. Either way.
Oh, yeah, Michigan and Washington are playing.
I think Washington might get smoked because Washington's not been impressive.
Neither is Michigan.
Michigan's not been great either, but Michigan is at least ranked, and they beat USC. Washington has not looked good.
I mean, it's what happens when you lose most of your great players. So.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding.
Yeah. Michigan's a little better built. Also, Washington lost their head coach.
Yeah. So
very
cool. So we're gonna
start
get this field goal on the way.
Field goal. We got 48-yarder Tyler Bass.
Why are we talking about Joe Flacco?
Noonan. Oh, and he missed it. The Noonan worked.
It's called a wet field. It's just
Noonan. So that's a miss. Did you? Speaking of Joe Flacco, though, did you see that he played?
He played today and beat the Steelers.
He did. They looked pretty. I mean, it got closer towards the end, but Steelers were sloppy and choked that one away.
All the comments on some of the posts. Oh my gosh. Steelers fans are so salty they lost that game. I mean, I didn't get to see it, but if there weren't any like egregious calls or anything, then you can't really blame anybody but yourselves.
No, people are always going to complain about the refs. You're going to see people complain about
now we're finally back
Chiefs
to looking
game.
like the Bills. You're going to have your down games. Like, it's not going to be great all the time.
I mean, hey, Ravens,
when
they're...
Get a pick here. They might get a pick here. You never know.
Lamar in shotgun. Zay Flowers motioning. He's coming back.
Looks like they might pass.
Henry in shotgun.
Never mind, though. Run.
Oh, run, Lamar, run! You beautiful son of a gun. Past the 45. The Bills 45 down to the 43. Yep. So, Bills territory yet again. Yep.
Lamar's just... See, I like the... I don't know. It was some... Was it Marcus Peters? No, it wasn't Marcus Peters. It was somebody on the Ravens that was doing a live stream, and he went up to Lamar Jackson. He's like, hey, Lamar, what about the game plan? Or something like that. And then Lamar was just like, bro, turn it off. We need to focus.
Stop.
It's not that time yet. So 13 for 17.
Well, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And
he
again,
didn't throw much, but he did enough.
Lamar tosses to Derrick Henry. He finds his way past the line of scrimmage and gets about 2 or 3.
Good tackle by number 94 on the Bills.
Not often Derrick Henry is the one getting smacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lamar, they don't need to throw the ball a lot.
No.
But again, when he has thrown, he's been accurate.
Yes.
The few incompletions, 2 of them were drops, and I think the other 2 were throwaways.
Yeah. But he's been pretty effective from what I've seen so far.
He has been effective. He has a few mishaps.
More towards the rushing.
All right, toss to Henry. And he's
gonna
weaving his way, and he's got
more.
room.
He's gonna get more.
And tackled just short.
The goal line.
Yeah, about the 1.5.
1.5.
Man, I was really hoping for
Henry's like, help me, give me.
Keep him in. Just feed it back to him. Give him another one.
Literally give him another touchdown.
Hey, just give him the touchdown.
Just literally feed him.
Yeah, the thing with the Bills, I think the Bills are still good. The thing is, when the Ravens are good, they're really good.
When they click, they're really good.
Yeah, when they're good, they're really good. When they're making a bunch of mistakes, they lose games they shouldn't. And just recently, it's kind of been... This week and most of last week has been better. They do feed it to Henry. Oh, Henry gets smacked by someone who's actually bigger than him. Again, doesn't happen too much.
Number 90 on the Bills.
Loses about 3. So he's up to 184 yards.
Like,
181 yards, actually, now he lost 3.
Yeah, tonight he's been running all over that Bills rushing defense. Oh, yeah. Henry's going out now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was kind of hey, you got us down there. Here's your one chance to get it in, and he couldn't get it in, so we'll take him off and bring in Justice Hill. Fake it to him, roll right, toss it up.
Flowers.
Oh, Bateman, and he couldn't hold on.
Good defense.
Flag.
Let me guess, pass interference.
That shouldn't be. I didn't see a flag in the vicinity of pass interference.
They're probably gonna throw something like that. Yeah, Sean McDermott's not very happy.
That might be a rough
defensive hold.
Holding defense. Let's see.
What number? 30. Yeah, so it was the guy who was literally right there.
Yeah, but if holding would have been earlier, so it wouldn't have been anything there.
It wouldn't have been there. It should have been.
It would have been earlier.
Earlier.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
clear hold, yeah.
Yeah, because none of this is pass interference. He gets there late enough that it's fine.
Yeah. All right, so they should. False start.
Oh, is there a flag? I don't see
And
a flag. Was
they're
it a
moving
timeout?
back. Or is it timeout?
It might be. It looks like a timeout.
They're just not
Maybe
calling it
on
at this point. Eric Dickerson.
where we're comparing him to Eric Dickerson.
I mean, Eric Dickerson was pretty good.
Yeah, looks like
Look at that
Derrick
guy.
Henry earlier today. Although Derrick looks like he's running a little bit faster.
Yeah, we got faster over years. Oh. Just one stance, he looks like that guy.
Yep, it was Bills' timeout. I figured it was a Bills timeout because I don't know why the Ravens would call that, but also Bills. I feel like, yeah. I mean, nah. What do? You have the wrong personnel out there, but also like, you're down 18 in the fourth. You kind of need your timeout, so I don't know. Hand off to Henry. Oh, he gets a leg pushed up, and they're gonna
Stop. They're gonna stuff him right there.
The funniest thing is when Derrick Henry gets stood up, it looks like he's just standing there, not like he's. It's just like, all right, you guys got me.
Nolan, what's up?
Hey, Nolan, how's it going? I can tell you how I'm doing.
Yeah, he's very happy. Can you tell?
We're having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry having another back-to-back good weeks.
Oh yeah. See, the thing is that Derrick Henry, once he's on like a good team, he's going to either carry that rushing offense or he's just going to, I don't know.
Hand off again to Henry, and
he lost the ball. Oh, touchdown?
Touchdown, touchback. I don't know what happened.
It should be a touchdown. I saw one of the linemen get on it.
It depends on
waving it off. But Jackson's saying touchdown.
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, yeah, no, it's
a lot of Ravens.
It's got to be a touchdown. I saw a lineman jump.
Yep, touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touchdown. Big.
Oh, was it Ricard? Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say it was one of the big man.
I love Patrick Ricard.
He jumped on that so fast. That's why I was like, it should be a touchdown.
He's one of those.
Watch this. So he'll push right here. He'll lose the ball. And no, it's 70. 70 jumps on that.
Well, he tries to. I don't think he actually gets it though.
Yeah,
because Ricard came out with it.
Comes in and gets
he just muscles his way in there. Ricard,
as long as you're not talking about Chiefs receiving core, I'm doing great. Well, it's what happened. I mean, karma did eventually come to get Rashid Rice at some point. Also, Mahomes injuring his own player is
accidentally.
Yeah, that was very accidental. Obviously, it's just like that sucks. Like that's a dumb way to go out. But
well, okay. So the thing is, we'll have to see because it looks it's feared to be a torn ACL, and me being me, I'm like, geez, we really can't if it's a torn ACL, we really can't let the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, because if they win the Super Bowl without Isaiah Pacheco for 4 to 6 weeks and no Rashee Rice, and they still win the Super Bowl, they're gonna be unbearable, and you can't say shit because they're not. It's gonna be like, oh, I mean, they'll as long as they have Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid, they're still gonna be a menace in the playoffs. Worthy looked good though today, so at least they have that. Annoyed.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: Ravens looking very solid. I'm just going over stuff because I just got here. They look very good. I haven't seen a whole lot of errors coming from the linemen. Jackson's not running for his life for once. Jackson is not struggling in the pocket whatsoever. Zay Flowers has been doing a little bit of work, I've noticed. He hasn't been getting anything, but he's been taking the pressure off of, like, for example, Bateman and on that drive, that one pass that he didn't get, unfortunately. But Derrick Henry, unstoppable as always. Likely, I've not seen much from him besides running, or at least leading the way for that charge for that touchdown earlier. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, Ravens look good and Bills look good. Obviously, the Ravens look better today. If we can get a Bills and Ravens AFC Championship,
I'd take it.
I would be so down to watch that because that'd be a revenge game for the Bills. It's looking like, and the Ravens are one step away from making to the Super Bowl again, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
like you should have been last year.
Yeah, but again, I mean, like
Justin Watson about to make a name for. Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself.
No, he ain't. It's not gonna be. It ain't gonna be Justin Watson. It ain't gonna be him.
Hey, come on, you gotta be optimistic.
Well, not if it's the Chiefs, but also if it's anyone on the Chiefs, it's gonna be if it's any receiver on the wide receiver on the Chiefs, it's gonna be Worthy.
Yeah, Worthy's probably gonna be number one for their.
He's just
future.
fast, and the Chiefs know how to use fast, which is annoying.
The glorious King, Kadarius Toney. I mean, no, don't you still have Juju Smith-Schuster? You signed.
They do have Juju.
Yeah, they did sign him when they lost a few players earlier in the season.
I might. If he's injured if it is a torn ACL, they might. They probably should look at trading for someone. Who could they trade for though? That's the question. Kick is away.
Okay, so Travis Kelce did do something today, but he didn't do enough.
He had a decent amount. Kittle, I don't know how he did in fantasy, but he had a
touchdown.
He had a pretty impressive touchdown, and then as he does,
he had a touchdown, 45 or 4 for 45.
Ooh.
So
that is
what
cool.
the heck am I watching right now?
It's
Go-Kart or Mario Kart.
It's looking at all of the people that the Bills have lost over the year
this is off season.
And then also Milano being out.
Yeah, 89 yards for Kelce.
All right, first down fired off target for Mac Hollins.
He has the number 13. I want to say Davis so badly. They kind of missed Davis.
And then the other thing is Davis also doesn't wear 13 in Jacksonville, so that's why it trips me up as I see 13 in Jacksonville. I'm like, Davis. I'm like, no, it's Kirk.
What does he wear in Jacksonville? Is it 0?
He wears 0 in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Kirk is
he wears a very low
13
number.
And Thomas is 7. All right, Allen in shotgun on 2nd and 10 from the 30. Fires deep and almost intercepted and then almost caught.
Yeah, I think it's over the Bills.
And then
it's unfortunate. Hey, you're not gonna win every game. It's all right. You have your ups and downs. So.
And again, it's just like the way the Ravens are is when it's mostly against NFC teams, but when they're playing well, they look like and are probably one of the best teams. It's just when they have problems, which is inconsistently.
Yeah, Ravens are very inconsistent right away, and then it comes back to bite them towards the end of their seasons. I've noticed, they either start strong or end the year terribly, or they get
pressure,
inconsistent.
Pushing off a defender, throws it.
Oh my!
Almost
got picked off there.
I think it fell harmlessly.
Yeah, 4th and 10. Yeah.
Do you go for it?
It's not looking too good for the Bills right now. If they wanted to come back, they had to convert it there.
Well,
there's still a lot of time, but
do you go for this? Because
they're off, they're going off the field.
Yeah, because if you think you can get back in this game, you have to go for this.
Yeah,
but if you don't get it, you're just gonna fall behind by more.
What if they get some trickery
against the Ravens on special teams? It's like Harbaugh's
pressure almost got him.
All right, Hardy. He's got room.
I mean, if you know Josh Allen, he might be able to do something.
I mean, he doesn't have any turnovers, so.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody can do it, it's probably Josh Allen.
Yeah, a few people who could.
They need 4 scores in 11 minutes. That's like record-breaking Lamau, and Bills don't break records. Yeah, you're right. So probably not.
It's not in good ways, at least.
Not in a good way.
Not in good ways.
Bro, I'm wide right again, man. I'm never going to let that down.
Ironically, it was wide left earlier.
Earlier today?
Yeah, the field goal that Bass missed was wide left.
Just saw, yeah. I remember, guys. Don't worry. I definitely have a sustaining memory. Lamau, it's okay. Y'all can lose faith in the Bills. You won't let me down. Hey, I like the Bills.
I'm not losing faith in the Bills. The Bills, for power rankings, they might still. It'll be with how they're losing, it'll be tough to keep them at number 1. They were my number 1 going into the week over the Chiefs because, well, the Chiefs have...
I agree with that. Chiefs have not been looking great.
Yeah, but now
they're winning. They're barely winning games anymore.
I know, but like who do I put at 1 after this week when the Bills didn't look great, but the Chiefs have looked the way that the Chiefs have looked? The Vikings could do the Vikings.
Honestly, the Vikings. Maybe.
But at 1? It's going to be interesting. Power rankings are going to be interesting.
Chiefs are definitely at like 3 or 4 right now.
They're
not 1 or 2 right now.
They're probably going to end up top 3, even though it's annoying how they've gotten to be where they are.
Everyone's just losing games that they should win. Like everybody is losing games that they should win. It's something else.
Chiefs are, but with how I'm slightly okay with it because with how it's shaping out, I have a feeling they're gonna look actually good in the regular season and then actually drop a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we can get that, as long as it's not like, the Chiefs having tying the Dolphins for best season all time.
Yeah.
That would be actually technically it'd be better because they'd have an extra win.
Yeah, for sure. What the heck? Catch him if you can. Lamar MVP.
Yeah, I mean, youngest player to win 2.
The Ravens are a tough team.
Second,
but yes, with how the Bills have looked last week, I thought they were going to have about a season like the Eagles last year. I mean, 1 loss is not the other. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't want to have what the Eagles had last year. Just saying. You don't want their entire season last year. Because the thing is that the Eagles looked really strong last year, but there were definitely signs that they were not going to do very well in the playoffs, and then they completely collapsed. And the Eagles currently are not doing still good, or they're not doing good still.
Their defense...
they also don't have 2 of their top wide receivers right now.
They were missing 2 of their receivers. Saquon still had a good game. And there goes
Derrick Henry, close to a first down.
Yep, got about 9. But yeah, I'm not surprised the Eagles lost because they were missing, again, their top 2 receivers. But what shocked me was the defense.
Yes. Not
allowing 33 points. And I know the Buccaneers have a good receiving core. Bucky Irving looking like a pretty good running back. So, which is good for them.
They'll come back next week and completely shake this loss.
Yeah.
And go back. Yeah, I think the Bills
hands
can
off. Ooh. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I know the Eagles have their flaws, but for sure, I just meant record-wise. Yeah, that's another thing. Record-wise, it's nice, but you don't always have that sometimes. So, I mean, it happens. I mean, you're not always going to look amazing right away. Sometimes it's just very slow. Because, like, when you look at some teams, I mean, if you look at the Lions for the last few years, they started very, very low, and then they slowly started winning more and more games. So, I mean, sometimes it takes a bit of work to get there. For some teams, you just win all these games and completely blow the playoffs.
And Derrick Henry rumbles ahead for, what is that, 5, 6 maybe?
5-ish.
As we're at about 9.5 minutes. Did you see that, the comparison of rushing yards? Between these 2 teams?
I'm assuming Derrick Henry has a lot and the Bills have almost nothing.
It was the Ravens, before that play, had, I believe, 259, and the Bills had 90, which isn't surprising that the Bills only had 90.
Team.
But 259 rushing yards, we might end up with over 300.
You're just like Nebraska throughout our history. We run a lot. Are we good? Probably.
Faking a toss to Hill and gonna fire it short. Is that likely?
I don't know if he caught that.
We'll review it. I'll look at it.
I thought it hit the ground.
It'll get a look.
I'm not entirely sure if that was a catch. Good effort by Likely though.
We see. Does he?
It moved. Yeah.
He didn't get his hands under it.
No. Yeah, it rolled right there.
It's on the ground.
But good effort by Likely though.
That's fine. It's fine.
Now announcers are like, or not.
Oh, or not.
Or not.
You're gonna challenge? I mean,
what else are you wanting them to do?
Well, I figured the refs would just review it. It'll be a clear overturn, but
They got a thumbs down on the live stream.
What?
The bubble added some thumbs down. Can I get a thumbs up?
OBS.
Yeah, I got one.
OBSB saying incomplete.
Bro, now I understand why we got the thumbs up.
Yeah, because
it's so dumb. I didn't know that.
I should have.
I think it's funny.
Should have known.
Oh well, there's only so much you can do to stop the Bills. For example, beat the Ravens. I'm sorry to any Chiefs fan here, but I honestly hate them, and for the fact that they are 4-0 and the Bills aren't, I'm pissed, Lamau. Honestly, the Chiefs should be 1-3 right now. Their only win that they deserve is probably against the Chargers.
Yeah, but even then, the Chargers again. This is just a case of the Chargers. Just like you started off 10-0.
Yeah.
And you just didn't do anything. The rest of the
game.
game. So defense again looked pretty good. You just couldn't get anything going on offense. They left 6 points at least on the board with a missed field goal, and they went for it on 4th and goal, and they didn't get it.
Because here, I thought because Herbert threw his helmet. I saw, or he banged his helmet against what do you call it? Help me.
Bench?
Where they sit bench. Thank you. They sit on the bench. He hit his helmet against it and maybe cracked it or something. I don't know. I saw him hit it, but
yeah, he was not. I'm not surprised. It was frustrating to watch.
It was very frustrating to watch. Yes.
Again, defense played well, offense capitalized early, but just not being able to get points the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And again, if you convert. Obviously, you could have kicked a field goal instead of going for 4th and goal, but that's only a 3-point swing. But if you can convert that and actually get a touchdown out of that plus the missed field goal is a 10-point swing.
Yeah. I just remembered something. So I saw, I think it was Instagram Reels, where there was this guy who was talking about the Chargers and Chiefs game like a few days before it happened. And he was like, it was when Derwin James got suspended for a game. And he was like, gee, this is kind of ironic how the Chargers lose their best piece on defense right before they play the Chiefs. But Rashid Rice can't be suspended for speeding and being, breaking laws. But Derwin James, he tackled people too aggressively, and he got suspended for a game. And that game was against the Chiefs. Yeah. And I sat there thinking,
4 on the
I think I understand where they're coming from, but also I refuse to believe in the notion that the NFL is rigged. I don't want to ever think that because it's not. But also there's a lot of things that happen where it's like something was fixed here. Like there's obviously going to be calls that's like, are you sure there isn't any, suspicious activity going on here?
Yes.
Specifically calling 2018 Saints and Rams in the NFC Championship. Saints should have won that game. They got robbed. And I will stand by that.
Henry loses about a yard on 3rd down, so that's going to bring up 4th as we approach just past 8 minutes. The whole thing about the NFL being rigged. First of all, not rigged. At most, the Chiefs get a little bit of favoritism.
Oh, definitely.
But it's not rigged. Secondly, you can't compare apples to apples. The NFL, how they treat stuff outside of the league and how they treat stuff inside of the league is different.
It's very interesting.
Tackles, like if he's tackling in a way they don't want, he's going to get suspended.
Yeah.
Especially if he's been warned about it.
Yeah.
The Rice stuff, bad, but they've also been notoriously bad at punishing people for stuff outside of the league. Yes. Hence Deshaun Watson. So
I know every game is not going to be perfect, but it hurts to see them go from dropping absolute sack 47 on the Jags nogging. I mean, I know the Jags aren't the best, but then they go this week a week later. Ugh. Well, the thing is that before the season, we already had the Ravens being one of the top teams in the NFL. So it wasn't We actually thought the Bills were going to fall off a cliff this year, and so far they really haven't.
No, they honestly look better, but that's also, again, coaching, because it turns out that the change they made last year for offensive coordinator.
Week 11 was a good move.
Yeah, because now he's looking like one of the best offensive coordinators. Their defense this week is kind of what's questionable.
It's what's pulling them.
I mean, I guess their offense also hasn't done a lot, but again,
yeah, but their defense is a little battered up right now, and they lost a lot of pieces on defense, so it's hard to, continue to keep that core, especially on one side of the ball at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's also hard to compare it to the Ravens because, again, Ravens are they have a really good defense, a really good offense. They've just not been playing up to that, and some of that probably goes to coaching. But when you right the ship like they have, O-line looks good, which is really all the offense needed was the O-line to be okay, and then defense, which was kind of iffy. I mean, they were averaging. They were allowing an average of 233 passing yards, I believe, to quarterbacks previously, and when you've gone up against the likes of Gardner Minshew in one of those, it's not great.
Yeah, not that good.
But again, if they actually right the ship, the Ravens, I believe, can be at least like the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
Can be. I didn't know if you were laughing at me at the commercial.
No, I'm laughing at the comment.
Oh, the comment?
No. I was going to let you finish.
Oh.
You looked at that, but I laughed. So.
I'll let you take this one.
Well, you want me to do this one?
I don't want to talk P. Diddy. Oh, boy. Next week. Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm going to hate both teams.
Well, I know it'll be...
Who do I want to win, though?
I know who I want to lose.
I know who you want to lose. I might actually side with you on that one. No, you don't have to answer that. Thank you. It's to put it simply, interesting case. Justice will be served, right? I hope, right?
Wow, 1st and 10, a handoff to
what the hell are you doing?
I don't know who that was, but he lost about 4 or 5. So they'll be backed up to their.
He got the laughs out of us.
To the winner. Oh, Mitchell Trubisky's in.
Trubisky.
Yeah, show him what for.
Oh boy. 632 yards. Jeez, it's not bad for a
backup.
Yeah. Remember when he used to be a starter for the Chicago Bears, and they actually take him to the playoffs at 11-5?
I don't think he's that horrible of a quarterback. I think he's just been deemed one of the backups.
He was the result of a Bears system. Ooh,
yeah, he's another person who, like Sam Darnold and Baker, like I feel like could have deserved a second chance as a starter somewhere, but just never got it. Especially because he was not as bad as Sam Darnold was. Again, Sam Darnold also had to bounce around as a backup for a little while. But
yeah, I don't blame you, Sloth. So, I mean, right now I'm just watching good football from both sides of the ball from the Ravens. Bills are a little slow today, but
yeah, their O-line is. I don't know. Can't really say if it's necessarily the O-line or Ravens' pressure's just been getting to him. Ooh, and he throws on the run and almost intercepted.
Sloth, you realize that the Bills and Ravens are in the AFC, right?
Yeah, they're both the AFC teams. So AFC Championship, sure, not.
Are you new to the football scene?
What is football?
Well, I mean, I wasn't here for the entire live, so I don't know if Sloth was talking.
He doesn't. It wasn't mentioned. I don't know. Although I think Sloth has been in a few live streams. I feel like. But yeah, not easy catch.
Yeah,
but
Ravens definitely have my respect, and so do the Bills. It's just it's very unfortunate they had to play tonight against each other, and we have to see the Bills losing.
Ooh, didn't look like a penalty, but it looked like it could have been.
No, it's a little late in the game to be calling stuff like that.
196. 4 more yards. Give him 200.
They probably will. Not new to me. I'm just not smart with who's in the AFC and who's in the NFC and stuff. Honestly, valid. I keep forgetting a lot of stuff too. I mean,
what's the?
No, you're not. You're okay. If you want proof that you're not the only stupid person here.
Oh, there's no way.
What?
I was wondering if Derrick Henry could break the single game rushing record.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way.
It's 296 yards. I knew who it was. I just didn't know how many yards it was.
No.
All right.
I am not the brightest person here either, so don't be
2.
ashamed. I'm a little slow when it comes to certain things. Just like how earlier I thought it was this half, and it was the end of the third quarter.
Josh Johnson's in.
So
we don't have Tyler Huntley anymore.
I'm starting for the Dolphins.
Yep, tomorrow. I'm so sad. I miss him.
He was a good backup.
He's a great backup. Definitely could. He had a Pro Bowl appearance.
It is a little late here too, so I don't know if you're in the same time zone as we are, but
yeah, we got that central time zone, so it's like 10.
Yeah. Oh.
2nd and 8. Come on, get Henry to 200.
Just
he needs
let him run.
7 more. Oh God.
Oh, just let him have the yards.
Come on, Bills. Let him. All right, he gets 1 more, so he's now 6 short.
Yeah, so he's in Eastern. He's in Eastern time.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson.
Yeah, he's been here a while.
Long time.
He's been in the league for a while too. Oh, that's at University of San Diego. That's funny. Yeah, well, part of the reason why I don't think Henry's getting much room is because they're literally just like, all right, Derrick, here you go, rather than before they were actually
Buffalo
scheming.
Which is why he's a Buffalo fan.
Scheming. You know what? That makes sense. 2 + 2 does equal 4.
Should equal 4. Should.
Just give it to no.
Why are we doing this?
Derrick Henry with
the reception. With
the catch in traffic. Look at the unicorn himself. Wow.
Just let him have the 4 yards.
Oh, are they looking at
but 9 +
total
21. Oh my gosh, that's I feel old. I feel very old now.
After this punt, I actually want to check because I don't know if they're looking. I don't think he's at 200 rushing yards. He should be over 200 total yards.
Yes, but he's not 200 rushing yards yet.
Adrian, yep, they're talking
still
Adrian
around.
Peterson.
I think at this point they're just letting backups play.
Ooh, nice. That was a nice play.
Really badly. Like I said.
Oh, is it? Did he interfere though?
Yeah, he kind of did. That's why I was like,
I didn't see if he actually hit him or if he just hit the ball.
He did touch him before the ball got there, I think.
Damn it.
Like I said, they're letting the backups play. So.
Derrick Henry's the only one in there because they're like, Derrick, you're getting 200.
Just let Henry have his 200 yards, please.
All right, let's see. Because I didn't catch it. I thought he got out of the way and just hit the ball.
Yeah, right.
Let's see.
Yeah, he called a fair catch, went to grab it, and it bounced off of him.
He didn't hit. I'm not sure how kick-catch interference exactly works. Because kick-catch interference is mostly you can't touch or get too close to the returner.
So Ravens should have an easier schedule.
Well, you got Bengals twice, but it's still the Bengals.
Yeah, so they might pull off some BS.
They might still split or
they're definitely
whatever.
going to split. Yeah. If not, if the Bengals are as bad as we think they are, then they're not going to split with them.
And we got 2 teams who we weren't expecting to be great, looking pretty great, in the Commanders and Buccaneers in the next few weeks.
Ooh.
Bills
should definitely beat the Titans and Dolphins and should beat the Colts. Texans, Seahawks.
They could beat Seahawks.
They definitely can. I'm not sure. Texans is going to be the most difficult one. That one's going to be a game to watch for sure. But
hands off.
Nah,
he's not gonna get it.
He did a little looped around. He went for a spin. He went wee.
Oh, I was gonna do it.
What?
Here, just between real quick. I just want to look at what Derrick Henry's got for stats. He's at 199.
Oh, he's so close.
Okay, here's what we need. I need the Bills
He's sitting on the sideline.
to down a punt at the 1 yard line.
So they win 47-10, but then they damn lose near 47-10. Lamau, only the Bills, man. Yeah, sometimes the Bills are a very hot and cold team. Like they're very inconsistent sometimes.
You just gotta give the respect to the Ravens.
Yep.
Give them a little respect. I don't think, again, it's not panic for the Bills. It's just
it was a good game. Like
the Ravens played.
Yeah, the Commanders are something else this year, bro. The Commanders might actually steal a division this year if they
Kingsbury in that offense.
If they continue to play like they have right now, the Commanders can take the division. Vikings, I don't think they'll take the division, but they'll compete for it for sure.
I mean, right now they look like the best team in that division.
Yeah, as of right now.
Packers still look good. Lions are going to be good, but the Vikings have been, for some reason, just been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Left
9-1
or All right, come on, get the stop. Get it. No.
Nope.
Damn it. No.
They're gonna get garbage time points. Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna get garbage time points, get it quickly. 1 yard.
Chicago beating the Rams. I told y'all, the Rams are not gonna beat the Bears.
I called Bears.
What?
I picked Bears.
I know. I'm just talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because other people were like, "Oh, I'm surprised that the Bills won or the Bears won." I'm like, I'm not, because the Bears. I don't know. The Bears are like very inconsistent. They're like the Cardinals last year, where they were very scrappy. They'll win games that you don't think they'll win.
I mean, more importantly, I think you look at the Bears and they have a really good defense, but they just are struggling to figure it out on offense. Like they had a run game today, but
yeah, but they didn't. DJ Moore got a touchdown from Caleb Williams. Not for sure. The Ravens are full of some of the greatest players in the NFL. They just have proving that here because the Bills have some of the greatest defense, and they just put up 35 on them. We also have lost you have lost a lot of players on defense to either trades or just injury. So you're not fully healthy right now, if I recall.
Yeah, you're going through stuff, but
you're not up to par right now. This game could have been very different if they had a fully healthy defense.
You're still the favorite to win the division. Your biggest competition right now looks like the Jets. And the Jets, they could pull out the division with Aaron Rodgers there.
They actually not lose to the Broncos for once.
I'm not surprised they lost to the Broncos.
Oh, it's getting chippy.
Yeah, likely. Throw hands. No,
the Bills have COVID.
No. He needed 1 yard. No.
Did he lose yards?
No, he came up 1 yard short.
Oh.
He has 199 rushing yards.
Dang it. Can we just call it 200?
Give him a Bills jersey and let him run for a yard. All right, go get it.
So that's the end of the game right there. So 35-10 is the final score. Baltimore moves to 2-2. The Bills dropped to 3-1. Yeah, so it's a good game for the Ravens. Bills. So Derrick Henry and Josh Allen just exchanged a joke between them, and Lamar and Allen are shaking hands and doing the post game stuff.
F in the chat.
F in the chat.
F in the chat for the Bills.
F's in the chat for the Bills. Rip.
Yeah. So Derrick Henry goes from having 150 yards and 2 touchdowns to 199 yards and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah. So wait, that would mean in two weeks he almost has 350 yards and 4 touchdowns.
F's in the chat, bro. F's for the Bills.
If Derrick Henry keeps this up, which I'm not sure he will, but if he can keep up at least somewhat similar play like this, you could have 2 running backs in the MVP race. The other being Saquon.
Okay, I thought you were going to joke about being Lamar, but that's funny.
No. Lamar could. I mean, he always does.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon hasn't.
A lot. Saquon was carrying, I feel like. He had a big run earlier, or in the game today. He's been carrying that offense, I feel like. He's.
Oh my gosh, if it wasn't for that drop pass.
Other than that dropped pass, he's been really
he's been
good.
really good.
And even in that game, he was still really good.
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of been overshadowed by that. But I mean,
Eagles losing does not mean that Saquon's bad.
no.
I don't want that.
I think this is
memo.
I can check stats.
Scores
I think
and
this is his worst week,
The worst
and
week
he's
from Saquon.
and he still had 80 yards,
So not terrible.
mostly on one run. But looking at Saquon, he only had 10 rushes for some reason.
rushing attempts. Yeah. Well, the Buccaneers kind of blew him out right away, so they were like, "Yeah, we'll let them rest." I know this is kind of irrelevant, but did Nick Chubb return to the league after the gruesome knee blow? He's still out.
He's still out, but he should be back in the coming weeks. It was only projected he'd miss about 4 weeks, so
but he's still
could be back
recovering.
as soon as next
So
week.
I imagine he's gonna get warmed up here eventually. So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes like a week 6, week 7 showing.
It could be earlier too.
Yeah.
Well,
could be
earlier
very
would be
early.
like next week.
Or it could be late. We'll see.
Well, I mean, if you're the Browns, I wouldn't rush him back.
No, because you're not really.
You have no reason to.
Yeah, you don't have a reason to.
You're not doing well. They have, although, to be fair, if they want a chance at the playoffs, they probably need him back because that'll probably be the one thing that actually fixes.
Running back, yeah, he is a very good running back. He is probably the heart and soul of that offense.
Oh,
if
absolutely.
He's playing.
Absolutely.
It just sucks that we can't have him play because that's the second time he did that to his knee. Yeah, was it the same knee too?
I have no idea which knee. I don't even know which knee it was last time. Only 100.
I don't know.
When Lamar doesn't need to do a lot, 156, 54 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was 13 for 18, so didn't do bad.
And he was
same
efficient.
knee. It was the same knee, so that sucks, man. Look, there's a lot of things where it's.
It was the All Blacks.
I want him to do well. It's just with all these injuries and everything, it's just been so difficult to I don't know, be consistent after an injury. Because once you get injured, it's very hard to stay healthy after that. Because once you get an injury, then your peak physical form diminishes over time very fast.
Yeah, I'm hoping he comes back okay, and I'm pretty sure he came back. Well, he came obviously because we knew what he was before the last injury. When he came back from the first injury, he was still phenomenal.
Yes, he was very phenomenal. Let's see here.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
No, yeah, injuries suck. I like Nick Chubb. I don't like the Browns, and I really don't like Deshaun Watson.
Excuse my language. Yeah, your excuse, Sloth. I would root for the Browns if they didn't have Deshaun Watson. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did I miss something? What language? I'm so confused. Yeah, the Browns. The most it's ever been with the Browns is I feel bad for how bad they were.
Yeah.
But then it's like once they were good, I was like, no. First team to outrush opponent by 100 yards plus in each of first 4 games in NFL history. Yeah.
Breaking records. It's not the Bills.
They're a part of it, but not the
winning side of
they're,
it, obviously.
Well, they're not the sole part of it. They fall into the same amount of blame as the Cowboys do, and the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Wait, ooh, I'm currently leading the Pick'em League.
Are you?
I'm tied. I'm tied for first.
Oh?
Yeah, you're 31 for 31. I'm 32 for 30.
Yeah, because last week I was real rough for me, but
yeah, but this week we both turned it around.
Oh no, I went from almost clear favorite in fantasy to now I'm losing. Well, I was behind, but my opponent was playing more before me.
I'm about to go 3-1 in one league, and the other league. Let's see how it looks. I'm about to go 2-2 in this league, so not bad. I'll take that.
So who didn't perform today?
Yeah, Jackson did score a couple touchdowns.
It was my running backs, which sucks because that's the position that I can't help because I already have 2 other running backs. They're just injured, and I'm not getting rid of them because it's Christian McCaffrey and Nick Chubb. I
A couple more weeks, you should have him back.
did so well, but I had James Cook and J.K. Dobbins, and neither of them eclipsed 10 points. My receivers did pretty well. I need Smith and Jigba and the Miami defense to get.
That's the thing with
what,
fantasy.
20,
Like you think that people would do very well, and then you
24.
actually play it, and then it's just terrible.
Most of the players that I had options for, I put in the right guys. It's just the running backs I don't have an option because the other running backs I have.
The San
Zero.
Francisco 49ers defense was my top scorer with 23 points.
Oh yeah, that's
One
part
of
of the
the
reason why I'm losing too, because I went up against them.
Oh yeah, they were going up against the Patriots.
Yeah, I want to know what the Vikings.
And then I
guess they let up a lot of points.
Jaden Reed and DeAndre Swift had a field day today. 27.
Did you actually start DeAndre Swift?
What?
Did you actually start DeAndre
Yeah,
Swift?
I did.
Good week to do it.
A good week to do it. Yes, that's why I said the Rams were going to lose. I was like DeAndre. I mean, I didn't think DeAndre Swift would be the reason, but I'm not mad at all.
It's the defense and them being banged up. I had someone ask me last night, and I hope they took my advice. They were like, "Do I start Debo or do I start is it Tyler Johnson?" And I was like, "Do not start Tyler Johnson.
Do not start.
He had 0 receptions for 0 yards with 1 target."
Ugh.
And I was like, yeah, he's going up against the Bears, and he's not really a great starter.
I had Dalton Kincaid last season on fantasy, so I told everyone to be a great tight end and look at that man go. Yeah, Kincaid has been really good. That's why I keep saying that whenever we talk about the up-and-coming tight ends, Kincaid and Likely are going to lead the way for those, for sure. Obviously, Kelsey, Kittle, and Andrews, like they're not going to
last forever.
Yeah, they're not going to last forever. They're reaching their twilight right now, and at some point they're going to retire.
Kelsey's he's a lot older than the other two.
Yeah, he's
Kittle,
going to retire. He's going to start thinking about retiring very soon.
Kittle, I'm not worried about. He doesn't necessarily show a lot in fantasy,
but
because
he's still a good.
Well, a lot of his value is he's a really good blocking tight end as well.
He's not getting you your points, but he's getting you your blocks.
This play just did not work whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a rough day for the Bills.
Just couldn't get anything going.
We're currently watching replays right now. It was a rough day, just offensively.
Smack.
That defense was not doing
Super hot. I had Andrews last season too, but he got hurt on me. Yes, I had Andrews last year for one of my leagues as well. Because Dawson Knox got hurt. Yeah, Dawson Knox got hurt last year too.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what happened to him. Because I haven't seen like any of them this year.
He's been sitting on the sideline. I've seen. I think I don't know if he's doing anything, like if he's getting any reps or not. But he's definitely become the backup tight end now.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I did like him.
Kincaid's definitely better. He's got more of a ceiling than Knox ever did.
That was Derrick Henry's 1 yard. Was his fumbled touchdown?
That's what it was.
That would have been. He was 1 yard out, and that would have given him another touchdown.
That makes sense now. Yeah. He was so close.
He was 1 yard shy, but also he gave a touchdown to Patrick Ricard, and I love him because he plays wherever he wants. He can play tight end, fullback, offensive lineman, and defensive lineman.
That's crazy.
And he does some stuff on special teams. I'm like, I love that man. We've had him for years, and it's just like,
old man doing stuff.
I don't even know how old well, he's probably like, I think he's earlier 30s. I guess I can check on here.
Older in the speaking of the NFL.
Yeah, he's got some years on him, but let's see. How old is he actually though?
I don't know.
That's what
but looking to the next 2 games tomorrow night. Dolphins should beat the Titans unless Tyler Huntley is not going to do well against the Titans defense. I have no idea.
I picked the Titans.
You picked the yeah,
because I liked their defense, and the Dolphins without any quarterback that isn't Tua has not done well. Obviously, Tyler Huntley is better than who they've ran with in the past.
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. I like Tyler Huntley. I haven't seen that offense do anything without Tua there.
And I've also picked the Seahawks to beat the Lions.
We both picked the Seahawks literally just because the Seahawks are.
They've always beaten the Lions, no matter what it is. Like, they've always done well.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if that changed. You got a new head coach in Seattle, and also the Seahawks have not looked great, even though they're.
He's not fully sold on the Seahawks.
Well, I mean, it's a week 3-0 start for them. They've not played super tough competition, and they haven't won them super convincing.
They weren't bad wins. They were just not convincing.
It was not convincing, but not again. It was against not great opponents because what you had. Patriots.
Had a cakewalk for the first couple weeks.
I keep forgetting who week 1. Oh, Broncos. Broncos, Patriots, and then Tua-less Dolphins.
Yeah.
So it's like
you're not really.
Your competition isn't great, and you didn't look great in those. Like you won, but not super.
At what cost?
So.
I've won it, but what cost?
Yeah. So it's just a case of like, they're just not convincing. I even think the Steelers were a little bit more convincing of a 3-0 team, just because I think their defense was better, and I think their offense had a little bit more promise. They were a little more consistent. Not today, but in the first 3 weeks. So, I don't know. Seahawks, I feel like I think their record is a little bit better, shows a little bit more than how they actually are playing. So, it'll be interesting going against the Lions. And again, it's new coach, so the recent record against the Lions might not prove to be.
They might. We'll see.
The same, but you do still got Pete Carroll there, though.
Yeah, he's just not the head coach anymore.
He's still an analyst.
He'll still be there to kind of like, hey, you should do this.
He's going to be like, here, I got your game plan for you. Here you go. Here's some notes.
You got to get the gum smacker off. You know?
Gross. Yeah. Well, that was a game.
Yeah, it sucks I didn't come in for the first half. So, it's called obligations and being a part of a band. Yeah. So, I'm a little busy, but I was able to come in. Next week I should be able to make it for all of the game. I got an exam on a Sunday.
Oh, lovely.
At 6. It's not fun.
Yeah. I mean,
not looking forward to it.
Hey, if you miss out, you're probably doing yourself a favor. It's Cowboys Steelers, so you know, I'm not really gonna root for anyone, but like I'm gonna want the Steelers to lose, obviously, but I'm not gonna root for anyone. I'm just gonna be there being like, game, yes,
football, yes.
I got my week of I get to root for my team.
Yep.
You know, I got good game. Happy. We got to do it in probably my favorite uniform set. The All Blacks. Love those.
The All Blacks are pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie.
Love that.
Good
game. I'm happy.
PG, good game.
But I think we'll probably get out of here.
Yeah.
I know it won't run as long after as we did.
I need to sleep. I got marching band in the morning.
So.
No, thank you all for joining. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no.
Thank you all for joining us.
He's drunk.
I'm not drunk.
He's not drunk
yet. We'll see you guys next week when we have the Cowboys facing the Steelers at Pittsburgh.
Or we'll catch you in our Week 4 recap.
That too. So we'll see you whenever.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Have a good night, Sloth.
Good night.
Good night.
Adios. Sayonara.